But I say unto you, love your enemies. Bless them that curse you. Do good to them that hate you. And pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you.
Which is the first commandment of all?
Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might, and with all thy strength. This is the first and great commandment, and the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets.
Master, thou hast said the truth. There is one God, and none other but He. And to love Him with all the heart, and with all the understanding, and with all the soul, and with all the strength, and to love his neighbor as himself, is more than all the whole burnt offerings and sacrifices.
Thou art not far from the kingdom of God.
Hey, hey.
What's up, brother?
Honored to meet
Welcome,
you, man. Harry Mack.
Harry Mack.
Yes, sir.
Harry
Yes,
Mack
sir.
in the building.
Joy to be here with you. My
Harry
name's Harry Mack.
Harry Mack.
How we feeling?
Good name, man. Listen.
Oh, thank you.
We are ready.
Beautiful.
We are very ready.
Man, well,
Excited to talk to you, man.
yes, sir.
Excited to talk to you.
Well, I'm honored to be sitting here talking to both of you guys, man. This is super dope. I'm gonna do a freestyle rap for you guys. So,
Love that, Harry Mack.
yes, so.
This is the man that can judge you.
I already know. I'm sitting here with a legend, man. Two legends, but a legend in hip hop as well. So I don't have anything pre-memorized or prepared or pre-planned in advance. I'm going to improvise off the top of the dome.
Love that.
So can I get like some random words or topics or suggestions from you guys?
Words or topics.
Things to incorporate into the freestyle.
Money.
Money, yes.
Miami.
Miami. Beautiful. Let's get 2 or 3 from each of you, maybe. So I can test my memory.
Friendship.
Money, Miami, friendship.
Ass.
Ass.
Can we do that? We good with that? Ass, yeah. All right.
So you need more than 4?
Let's get 6. We'll get 2 more. Yeah.
Horses.
Horses. There we go. Yes. Horses. One more.
And falafel.
Falafel. Yes. I love it. All right. Let me review. Don't remind me unless I ask because I got to make sure I got to memorize here.
Yes.
We're going to go with money. Miami. Friendship. Ass. Horses. And falafel. Those are the words?
Yes.
Yeah.
Should we try this?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to pull a beat up here real quick so we can make this happen.
All
All right. Let's see what we got.
Okay. Just pull a random beat.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, let me get this coming out of my speaker, though. Hold on.
You keep it down there. That sounds like about 90 BPMs. You're down in there.
Yeah.
Something so you can find it.
Something comfortable. Yeah. You already know.
Once you're up at 99, 100, you start,
Yes.
You have to double time it at that point.
Exactly. We're not going into Big Daddy Kane territory yet.
Harry Mack, what you got?
Yeah. Living in LA where every day is sunny. When I'm spitting, I be stacking up the money. Y'all know we got the paper, we keep it in the stash. I'm getting the money, getting the green, getting the cash. Yeah, I said we never sell our soul, I truly meant that.
Yeah.
We about to get the money, reinvest, and then we spend that. We building up the finance. If they step to me, they don't even stand a slight chance. Check the way that I maneuver, though. We got a lot of my freestyle sound hotter. Trying to get more money so I can cop the fly Pradas. Hey, y'all know we get into the new loot. I'm trying to look something like Will Smith in the blue suit. suit. We really about to take it there, making people feel this. When they become a deliverance right off of the mental, they know I'm the realist. Yeah, hey yo, I grip the mic, deliver all these damn frees. Matter of fact, they feel me from LA out to Miami. Anywhere we at, man, my flow's in reach. I said I'm about to take these lyrics out to Miami Beach. I said anywhere we at, y'all know that we deliver. Welcome to Miami, yo, that jam sounds sicker. H-Mac, I'm about to break it down, I'm giving them props. 50 years of hip hop, we make them listen, it's hot. I be doing what I'm feeling, and y'all know they can't end this. Ride or die, me and this beat, we form a friendship. Yeah, y'all know we stay connected like best friends. They about to feel these lyrics from the east to the west end. Anywhere we at, we connected like family. Cause when I be spitting right up at the mental, I'm bringing y'all that insanity. I got these rappers panicky, they knowin' the deal. I'm never faking when creating, I'll be flowing for real. I said, we getting cash and I be on the task. I got people straight up dancing, got you shaking your ass. Next level, I'ma kill the game truly. When I spit, man, I got them all shaking they booty. I turn into a movie, I do me. Y'all know they want me to spit strong freeze and have the people shaking they donkey. I be going beyond. My freestyle's gorgeous, so fresh with it, the cameras gotta record this. Yeah, hey yo, I'm riding up on them horses. Wait, then again, ride or die, we pulling up in Porsches. Yeah, when I spit, they know the rhymes I'm repping. I might pull up in the horse, that's a 911. Yeah, Mac, I make it known. I turn rappers to more cowards. Pulling up in the 911, plenty horsepower. Yeah, y'all know that my freestyles are colossal. By comparison, my competition all be sounding awful. Just to come through with these hot flows, it should probably be unlawful. And I'm eating up these beats kinda like they a falafel. Yeah, I know we coming off at the top. When it come to freestyles, man, the Mac don't stop. I'm really out here doing this. They know the flow is too legit. When rhyming in alignment, I'm shining just like your crucifix. Yeah, more territory I'm exploring. Live connected with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. Y'all know I kill it proudly. They know all about me, man. I'm here to save the day like Marcus and Mike Lowry. Check the way we do it, dog. I rock the style, the hottest child. I'm like albino crocodile. How I'm snapping on my haters. When I'm rapping, it be major. I'm more royal, sir. Wait, hold up. I hope that's not a spoiler. I'ma keep it in motion. I'm killing it truly. I bubble like jacuzzi. I was blessed to see that movie. Bad Boys 4's coming. Y'all know we get live. And by the way, can I get a cameo in Bad Boys 5? Let's go. Hey. Oh, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much.
Hey, Gudgies. It's been hot today. So I've been sleepy. And I'm on my diet as well. I'm on a carnivore diet, and it's just meat. I'm eating no plant-based stuff, apart from I have a sugar in my coffee. So I'm eating no plant-based stuff. And it's starting to work. I can see the weight coming off a little bit. There's a long way to go, obviously. But you think just eating meat, because it's protein, it'll give you a load of energy. It doesn't. When you're eating nothing else but meat and it's burning all fat, when your body's in ketosis, it's called the carnivore flu, like the meat flu. And it's weird. It does make you feel a little bit weird. So I think I'm at that stage now. It's kind of like a week into it with a little cheat after 2 days. But, yeah, I could definitely feel that it's working. But it's left me with like no energy. It's crazy. It burns so quickly. But anyway, as long as it's working, I know it's not good for you, but as long as it's working, once I get down to my normal weight, my original weight, then I'll just eat normally again. Anyway, good to see you guys. Good to see you. Like I say, I'm a little bit lackluster. But good to see you. I'll put the link in for people who want to come in. Let's do a Jimenez. I know so that he's done a new one because I'm sure I've seen it. Fruit to Balloon. Yeah, it is because I made a comment in it, and Baz had already made a comment. And Baz says, no way. And I haven't watched it yet, but we'll have a look. Well, first of all, I need to get Jim up. Jono in the house, good to see you. Baz in the house, Canal in the house. Left like a million songs. They'll have to be spread throughout the night on Rumble. We'll have to do 2 at the start, a couple at the middle, 1 at the end, whatever. You know what I mean? Good to see you. Good to see you. Canal, Roger, Baza, Jono. Good to see you. I heard that East is West. What's his name again? Bloody Thingy Bear, whatever his name is. Said something in QEs about Nathan had summoned me, Roger, LV, Paul, and someone else, and Michael Kahn to his channel for our what do you call it? What's the word again? For our 2 seconds. It's like our betrayal. What was the word? Treachery. For our treachery. Our treachery. That's the one. But I don't think he said that. I don't think I think it was East is West just making crap up in QEs. But you know, whatever. Good to see you. I did notice that what's his name? McToon came into my comment section the other day. So that was the first time I've ever seen in my comment section. So he was gone. Obviously the video was about him. So he was going to come in there if someone told him. It was in the short though. He didn't come to the video or the live stream. It was in the short he went to. So as soon as I seen his name, that was it. No reply, nothing. I just banned him. I may make a video with his name in it. Doesn't mean to say I want to talk to the dude. You know what I mean? And he's nothing but a bloody anti-flat earther troll. So, you know, he's an ass. Anyway, Jim. That's what I'm looking for. Jimmy boy. I'm just making my joints and that, so I definitely need a gym up, and I need to make a coffee as well. And then we'll get on with it. Jimenez. Oh, energy levels. Yeah. Up and away. Up. Oh, and another one. Oh no, we did the Venus, didn't we? Oh no, there's 2 on Venus. Okay, that's cool. If I need to do both, I will. If not, I'll keep one for tomorrow. Let's do the actually. Let's do the blue one. The balloon one. Let's do the balloon one, and then possibly afterwards I'll do the Venus. Yeah, let's do the blue one. It's a bit different. Up and away. Baz already said in the comment section. Baz said no, thank you. Nice. I said nice. I'll use it tonight. Right, like that, and we're in the right position. Less of me. It's the day. I'm going to start again because I don't think it started from the beginning. No, I didn't. Number 8 in the sky, reaching the dome. Solvit. Is that not like sun? Is that not a sun cream company, Zolvix? Or am I completely wrong in that? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's some kind of film company. Worm pills, you're kidding. Really? Worm pills, take control. Let's check it. Solve it. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Jono. I put in Zolvik and it said the same. It said that what you said. So I put in Zolvik's Australia, and it is. It's the same thing. Used in Australia to treat and control gastrointestinal roundworms in sheep and cattle. That would make sense. That would make sense because, Australia, do a lot of sheep shearing and stuff. You know the one. I do actually. I know it's not Australia, but I do like New Zealand lamb. It's really nice. Anyway. For cows and sheep, yeah. To me, it looks like a sun cream. It does. It looks like a sun cream company, doesn't it? To me, that looks like a bottle of suntan lotion. You know what I mean? Sort of thing. Funny. No, keep that one. Let's just get into it. But give me a minute, guys, because I need to finish this off. Let me put on a song for a second. We'll finish this off and make a coffee. Just from in here. What should I do? This one.
There are a group of people that absolutely and honestly believe the earth is flat. The earth is flat.
Now, one thing I really want your generation to embrace is that the earth is a closed system. We cannot leave the earth. There's no place to go. one thing I really want your generation to embrace is that the Earth is a closed system. We cannot leave the Earth. There's no place to go.
Yep. Okinawa. Chihuahua. Right. Jim. No, not Jim. Did I actually get the link with it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, it should be. That's the one. So we got Seconds of Horror again. Seconds of Horror. I think we used them the other day. He called the video whatever. I called it something else. How is this even possible? Creepy video. Something like that. Oh, that's way too far on. I haven't watched that far. I've watched it about a few minutes in. This guy looks so strange. It could be a filter or something, but he does look so strange. I mean, obviously he's not a known guy, but this version of him looks so strange, whoever it is. I know people know him, I don't, but people do. But yeah, this looks strange as hell. Anyway, let's do this. Oh, link. I haven't put a link in for people. Wow. It's like I say, this blooming carnivore diet, you think you'd have loads of energy because you're eating pure protein, but you don't. It burns through it quickly. Because there's nothing to accompany it. You know, it's just apart from a little bit of fat, and that's what the body's burning when it goes into ketosis. You know, and I would say that's what I'm going through now, like the meat flu. I think it gets called, or the carnivore flu sort of thing. Just makes you feel a bit, so it's weird. You get hungry quickly, but you just like, I don't know. It's a lot more tolerable if you than just trying to do a normal diet. It's easier. I do crave sweet stuff now and again, but that's easily solved. I just don't go and do it. The only thing I do is put sugar in my coffee. Apart from that's the only plant-based stuff I've got is coffee and sugar. You know what I mean? Oh, but anyway, let's continue. This dude looks strange. This is Seconds of Horror, by the way. Links there for anybody who wants to come in. Did I pin it? Pin. Okay. Let's do it.
Wait a minute. Take a look at this.
In the eyes of the Iranian people, but the world global economy, which they're holding all hostage.
I'd say there's AI added in with this. I would say this guy's real, obviously. But I mean, look at that shadow in his neck as well. Looks like it's either a mask or AI.
The more everybody comes to realize this is all about the IRGC. At the end of the day, we're going to have to need a government.
What can you call this in his neck if it's not a glitch of some sort? I mean, it looks like there's some kind of filter over all of this, but not on his neck. So is this some kind of AI or mask or something?
Iran Iran that not only hands over the nuclear material, stops threatening the Straits of Hormuz, but quits exporting the Islamic Revolution throughout the region, causing the collapse of Lebanon, Gaza, Yemen, Syria, and as well as in the eyes of the Iranian.
What's going on
So
there?
this clip from Fox News Live is really spreading like wildfire across social
And there you go. It's Fox News also. Yeah.
media, because you can clearly tell that this man, this entity, whatever this
It doesn't look right, does it? It really doesn't look right.
happens to be, is clearly wearing a mask. The man in the clip is retired Navy SEAL Commander Robert.
He looks different than that. I mean, there you can see texture on his face. You can see freckles, wrinkles. You know what I mean? Slightly leathery skin because he's said maybe in his 50s or 60. You know, but it looked completely different from there than he did on the news. That to that is, yeah. That to that. That's strange, isn't it? Very strange. Anyway.
Harward, and I believe he was talking about Trump and the Strait of Hormuz. Nobody really knows because we are also focused on his neck. I'm just waiting for the fact checkers to come out of their toilets and sewers they reside in to tell us that our eyeballs are lie balls and that what we're seeing we did not actually see. Here's a photo of him.
Oh, wow. Oh, they've actually got them together. Yeah, what's with it? I mean, it could be a shadow in his neck because his neck's hollowed out there, but yeah, it still looks dodgy. The whole lot looks dodgy. The texture's gone off his face, you know? Yeah, they do. They show you what they want to show you, right? That's true. That's true. But yeah, mad.
Very recently on the right, and here he is on the left.
Yeah, that made me funny. They're trying to tell us their eyeballs are lie balls. I've never heard that before. Our eyeballs are lie balls.
Just that somebody compared his voice from just a couple days apart, and he even sounds different.
Involved, but again, their interests are at play here, but so are European interests, the rest of the Gulf nations, and so far, every time on his hands. He's controls the narrative. He controls.
Yeah, I think it's the same voice. It just seems lower toned here. I think it's the same voice.
The strike capabilities, and he knows.
He definitely sounds different. Now, it could be a simple fact that different news agencies are using different audio adjustments, but given the context of what we're...
It's good, isn't it, Canal? Our eyeballs are lie balls. I think that's funny.
We're talking about here, it still adds to the strangeness. Some people believe that this may be a deep state.
Look at the difference. Look at the difference. I mean, yeah, different cameras, well, it's digital. They're probably using it. I mean, it's a newsroom, isn't it, or whatever. And this is a real dude here, I would say, on the right. I mean, his eyes look slightly greeny blue. They're more piercing blue. But a lot of people with blue-green eyes, their eyes change color. But this skin texture, something wrong there.
Visual, maybe from another country, wearing a mask, pretending to be him. Even the CIA has come out with multiple articles talking about a chief of disguise having hyper-realistic mask. But why would they want to impersonate Robert Harward? I mean, what sway does he hold? To me, this reminds me of the TV show V, where the reptoids in disguise, their mask.
It does. That's where Robert Englund first came in before he was Freddy Krueger. He was in V before Nightmare on Elm Street ever came out. Yeah.
Start falling apart. It's just very interesting, quote unquote, coincidental timing that right before this, we had Fox News talking about reptilians among us.
4 different types of life.
4 different types of life.
4 different species.
Oh, did you see video that I've got one that can see, or since a truck driver put out today earlier on? If we've got time at the end, I might play it. It's about somebody, and the guy that's saying it is a shell anyway, but it doesn't mean to say that what he's saying, there's no truth to it. He's going on about that the government or the military are making, with human DNA and alien DNA, making hybrids. Right, that's not true because there's no such thing as aliens, obviously. But it's possible that it's to do with giants, Nephilim-type giants. You know, it could be something to do with that mixing their DNA with that. I quite believe that because, you know, it seems like something like that went on before, like in the days of Noah, maybe. Yeah, I might play his video towards the end. Anyway, Chuck's video. It's only a 7-minute video, but this is 38 minutes. Let's get through this one.
Aliens. Another scientist called them Greys, Nordics, insectoids, and reptilians. All of them have 2 arms and 2 legs, just like us. Experts speculate the reptilians are scaly with long tails.
I wonder why they've got 2 arms and 2 legs, just like us. Maybe because even the Nephilim type creatures did. Well, some of them might have had more than that appendages, but most of them probably had 2 arms and 2 legs, you know, even with them. And humans do. So if you hybrid them together, 2 arms, 2 legs still, you know. Nathan Reynolds talks about this stuff. So I dare say it's quite possible. Quitting bread, milk, and potatoes is harder than quitting smoking. Yeah, I mean, I've got no problem quitting spuds. I know I'm not keen on spuds anyway. Not keen on bread either. But there's a lot of, like, if you go out for fast food, there's a lot of bread in it. You can get meat, but there's always bread with it, like a McDonald's or, you know, or whatever. You know, there's always bread with it. And then even certain meats have got like glazes on them that have got sugar. So I don't go that far into it. If I get like steak and it's got a honey glaze, I'll try and avoid it. But if that's all they got, fine. I don't care about that. You know, it's my body's mostly taking on protein and not sugars. You know, protein and fats, and then it burns the fat. So instead of burning all the proteins and that fat fast, it burns the fat fast. You know, so they call it ketosis. But yeah, it is quite. It's the sweet, it's the sugar, I think. I'm not bothered about the rest. It's the sugar. And I never used to be a sweet tooth person until I turned 40. It could have been because of the meds I was on when I was on methadone and that, you know. That can give you a sweet tooth because methadone used to be really sweet. But it's not sweet anymore. It's still sweet, methadone, but it's sweeteners is used now rather than sugar. But yeah, I don't know why sugar's a problem for me because I used to not be into sweet stuff anyway, you know. So yeah, I only just noticed you said that a little while ago. Who'd be this? Oh, LV, Paul. Hey, how you doing, Paul? You can't just talk straight away. I've got to let you in. And you're talking while I let you in, and you're backstage first. Some people have it set for like when someone comes in, they just automatically come in. I've got it set for like when you come in, you're backstage, and then I let you in, sort of thing. You know what I mean?
think that's wise.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's how I knew you were in. I heard the beat, but when I brought you on, I was about to say, "Oh, don't talk," but you were already talking. Good to see you. Did you see that message apparently in QE's the other night by East is West? You know, Elder Bear, whatever his name is.
Yeah, he's going about with a bowl and a wooden spoon, isn't he?
Yeah, he's saying that we've been summoned to Nathan's channel for treachery. You know, me, you, Michael, and Roger. I don't think Nathan has said anything. It's just Elder Bear, East is West, whatever he wants to call himself.
I think how did Nathan put it? If you believe anything other than the story that I'm telling you, you're stupid.
Oh well, so he did say something, but we didn't get summoned, did we?
Well, I mean, I can't be summoned. I'm not an apparition.
Well, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I think QE sucks sometimes as well when his attitude towards me at one point, but you know, it doesn't mean to say he's not telling the truth when it comes to the book.
He brings that cowbell, unfortunately, for people who don't like him.
Yeah,
which includes me just in specific circumstances. It's not like I don't like him; I just disagree with him on some things.
Yeah, like I just think QE's sometimes a bit too calling me an abject moron for coughing. I know he didn't know it was me, but you know, he's a bit too cheeky. But so is Nathan as well sometimes. But I like them both. I like Nathan and I like QE, but sometimes I don't like QE, you know, just because I kind of had a little grudge for a little while because he didn't know me, but yet called me a moron, an abject moron, which is not just a moron, it's the most ultimate moron, you know. So, but I've got no problem with him. I'm not taking sides between Nathan and QE. If they both write a book, all good. It's all the truth, isn't it? I don't care who wrote it. I don't care who wrote the book. Yeah. Oakley
Good,
rules.
it's not in
Yeah,
the
he,
culture.
he does when it comes to flat Earth, but when it comes to his language and stuff like that, and how he used to, you know, I there's certain ways of talking to people. I understand why he does it, but talking to Nathan face to face, well, not face to face, but either when he's not on stream, is a lot different to hearing him on stream. He's nice enough, you know, when he's talking to you. I like them
Yeah,
both.
I mean, I found him nice enough talking in private, but then I'd just given him a very expensive computer, so yeah.
Yeah, I like them both, but I
Very
do
rude.
think QE sucks sometimes. Absolutely do. But I mean, that's because for a reason. I haven't seen him in a little while, but I do know that Adam Meakin certainly doesn't suck to me. That's for sure. You know, I love Adam Meakin for sure, and I like what QE teaches. So
Yes, not measured flat though, is it? It's measured from flat. Flat is the antecedent, the prerequisite. It's not measured flat though, is it? Because that's
yeah, well,
silly.
I mean, the Bible does say that the earth is immeasurable. So how can it be measured?
Yeah, I mean, it's just an antecedent for everything we do. You know,
Yeah, it is measured
navigation,
from flat. But I mean, I
traveling.
don't care whether they say it's measured flat or it's measured from flat. That doesn't bother me, that thing. It used to. Well, especially when bloody, what's his name? Lumpy gas in vacuum? Lumpy gas in a vacuum? Yeah, Lumpy. Yeah. When he was going on about it, he used to do my nothing about it, like going on and on and on about it. I don't care if it's measured from flat or measured flat. The point is, it's flat. It's simple. That's the point. I don't care if it's measured from flat or measured flat. I agree with both in a way, you know. I don't care because, like, any measurement you get is a flat Earth measurement. Any measurement you use is a flat Earth measurement, you know. But I don't care whichever way it's said. I'm not taking any sides. I've got no problem talking to that side and no problem talking to this side. You know what I mean?
Anything about books and copyrights between Nathan, John, and
right between them, it's nothing to do with me. It's nothing to do with me. So if I'm being something to Nathan, well, that's fine. Nathan can come here. I'll still talk to him and stuff. Kiwi can come here. I'll talk to him and tell him I'm not an abject moron. Adam Meakin, love Adam Meakin. I'm saying I'm not going to choose sides and say this person's a wanker and that person's not. Even if they choose to say that, oh, you're being a backstabber. Fine, I'm a backstabber then. You know, I still won't hold any grudges towards them. But I'm not being a backstabber. All I've done is, well, Paul bought me a book, and I haven't even started reading it yet. I wanted to start reading his videos, but Adam did say to me in WhatsApp, he says, wait till like I've spoke to the lads and all that kind of stuff. He says, wait till we've spoken, really. So I don't know.
Yeah, they're hard to pin down. They're like a flock of dogs or whatever.
Yeah. So I'm not taking anybody's side. I've got no problem with either side. I had a problem with QE for a bit. That's just because he called me a moron, abject moron. It wasn't a problem. It was something I said jokingly, but I still kind of like thought, oh, why would you say that? You didn't even know me. You know, it's just like someone coughed and he called someone an abject moron.
Well, I mean, it's just a guess, but I imagine it's got something to do with talking to fundies and other idiots on Discord for a long time.
Well, yeah, I get that. I get that. Like I say, I've got no problem with Nathan. I've got no problem with QE. No problem with any of them. You know what I mean? I've got a problem with shield flat earthers and that, but I don't think either of them are shills. So simple as that.
Yeah, I mean, I just say, I mean, if you're doing a regular flat earth show and you want as many people to watch as possible, then calling your audience and prospective audience stupid all the time is really not a good idea because, you know, things are brought up on the show like, you know, things that I don't consider true, like mud flood and ether. But then there's also things like Bigfoot, Mandela, the Bible being literal. All of those things could be called stupid by particular people, and that's gonna upset people, you know, potentially.
Yeah, absolutely. I get it. I don't believe the mud flood either, but I really don't.
I mean, was one really big flood, and you can have like you know, mudslips and liquefaction and that sort of stuff. I don't think there was worldwide resets.
No, if there was no, I don't. I mean, we might have lost a few years here and there, but not the way they say it. But also, and when it comes to a mud flood, what makes more mud than a hell of a lot of water and that? The earth. A big old flood like Noah's flood would make a lot of mud. You know what I mean? Well,
have you seen people using those like arc torches or like what they call plasma effects?
Yeah, the bullshit.
It kind of looks like if you had lots and lots of lightning, say, that's
that,
things like the Grand Canyon, for example, you know.
Right. Yeah.
So that sort of thing's interesting to me, but you can't ever know because because something's not in the Bible doesn't mean it can't be true, because you're not going to get hyper specific about everything, are you? I mean,
no, of course. Right. Let's continue.
Smells like a lizard.
And it's not just me saying this, but for example, this post on Reddit that currently has 1,200 upvotes, somebody took a...
Well, it is a little lizard, like it could have been caught between frames, but I do think there's something wrong with this anyway. I mean, looks completely different. It looks like there's some kind of filter on, or he's got a mask, or it's AI. Don't know.
Still frame of this interview, and they're saying that at certain frames, his tongue almost looks serpent-like. Could even be a robot. Who really knows?
I mean,
but no matter how
look at
hard...
the teeth look blocky, like AI does. They make the teeth look blocky, or every time they speak, the teeth change or something.
Could it be like an AI filter to stop wrinkles showing up?
It possibly could be that. It's definitely
gone
like
very wrong though.
A mask, but what's this? I mean, it can't just be a shadow of his shirt.
That looks like digital smoothing to me. That's what it looks like, but I ain't got...
It does a little. It does look like digital smoothing. That's what I thought. If I put the smoothing on here, that's kind of what my face looks like. Hold on, let's try it. Right, where's the setting for this? Visual effect. Right, let's put on the smoother. Where is it? Oh wow, I've got all different things now there. That's a different thing. Where's the smoother? Enhanced skin appearance. Right, and then you get a slider, and it smooths your skin out. It's not brilliant, but it does smooth your skin out. See what I mean? It does look like that, doesn't it? A little bit like this. You can see from my forehead down, you can see the freckles there, but here is all smoothed out like a mask. It's awful. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't know enough about digital audio and video to say whether something's doctored or not even. So, I mean, how do you know that's the original source material?
Look at my forehead. Look at my forehead where you can see the top of it where it's all grainy, but then the rest underneath my forehead, the top, like my hairline, you can see it's all grainy, can't you? Where you can see my freckles and that, and then from halfway down the forehead down, it's all smoothed out. You see it?
Yeah, kinda. Yeah.
I can see it. I can see it a mile away. Can you see it on the StreamYard side? Even on the YouTube side, I can see it. Just under my hairline, it looks like I've got loads of freckles just under it, but then all the way down. Right, I'll take off the smoother now, right? You should see it. Let's take off the smoother. Right, get rid of that. See, completely different. Completely different. I look older now. Not that it makes you look any younger, it just makes you look like you've got smoother skin. And it looks wrong. It just looks wrong. I remember Jaren was using it for a while, wasn't he?
Maybe you'd be able to see better on a monitor, but I'm actually watching you on a TV connected to my computer, so that might have something to do with that. That's probably smooths things out anyway.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, it definitely does smooth it out. It definitely does. I notice it. Definitely notice it. I've took it off now, obviously. Anyway. Continue.
So what I'm looking at here, the only thing I can see is a mask. We had the very insufferable Chris Cuomo come out and say, what a silly thing to focus on and drive suspicion. Deal with reality. There are plenty of legitimate concerns. It's not a mask. And then he goes on to say, even if I don't know what it is, my not knowing what it is does not make it what you say it is. So he doesn't know what it is, but he knows it's not a mask. And you may agree with him that there are more legitimate concerns, but I do think it's okay for once in a while the public steps back and says, what in the world was that? What did I just see?
I think it's a filter gone wrong, possibly a mask. If not, then it's AI. But I definitely think there's something up with this picture. But look at the crisscross there. It goes onto the buildings in the background behind him as well. See it? The crisscrossiness that's on his face. If you look over here, it's here also. Yeah, so it's some kind of filter, I think, maybe. Some kind of, and then that crisscrossiness, if you look a bit further down, crisscrossiness stops at his neck there.
Yeah, and also we don't know how he's made this video, so how he's imported it and what he's done to it to make his video, do we? So
yeah, seconds of horror. I think it's, well, the guy replied, like people asked him in Twitch and stuff. He replied to it, says, I know there's something there, I don't know what it is, but it was me, sort of thing. So yeah, I think everybody's seen this. Because they commented on it. But yeah, it's certainly the way it depends on what you're using to upload and stuff like that. That certainly makes a difference on certain videos. You're right.
Especially in the time that we're in, where we do have the news and media always
You see what I
lying.
mean by that crisscross? You can see it all over the place now, can't you? So on
Yeah,
his, even on his suit
with the
jacket,
lights in the background.
yeah. It's weird. It is weird nonetheless. See, this is on somebody's Twitter page by looks of it, or TikTok page.
And we're in this quote unquote alien agenda stage. And while Chris Cuomo is tweeting people telling them not to talk about this or focus on this, he 3 days ago made a video with Neil deGrasse Tyson, an hour long, talking about the very garbage government UFO files. Why we need to now start taking.
Well, of course they're garbage. Of course they're garbage, because there's no such thing as UFOs. And now that's Neil deGrasse being a bloody controlled opposition in a way, isn't it? You know, and some being shilly, saying, this is bullshit, but yet he'll believe in aliens if you've seen them. Yeah. Kind of thing you would talk about, but he's saying that this is bullcrap. Is he trying to get on like the conspiracy theorist side or something? I don't know.
Yeah, Neil deGrasse Tyson does whatever he's told to do the morning when he wakes up.
Right.
So you're doing this today, Neil.
Yeah, right. Exactly. He's an actor.
Put your bow tie on to look real smart, or put something else on. All this stuff's handed to him. He's driven where he's going. He's given a script. Maybe a fresher in the car, you know, to make sure he's on point with the nonsense. And then they wheel him out, don't they, wherever he's going. YouTube channel, TV, and then he just, you know, spurts out the nonsense.
Yep. Right. Exactly. Start Star Talk.
UFOs very.
What's that to talk about with the stars? They twinkle. They're going to fall one day. Some of them are going to fall anyway.
Seriously, give me a break. The whole thing just flabbers my gas. You know who this makes me miss? Tiffany. That's
2 now. That's 2. Our eyeballs are lieballs, and this one flabbers my gas. I like that. Oh, do you remember this woman shouting on the plane? I actually think she said she withdrew it afterwards and said whatever. I think she was, I don't know, either put up to it or she actually did see something, and then later on was told to shut up.
I'm not sure what it's about.
Oh, I don't know if he actually plays this. He's just reminding us. It's about when she's on a plane and she's trying to get off the plane and let me out of here. That man over, he's just not right. He's not right. She's acting like he's a demon or something, not like a bomber or anything. Like he's a demon, you know. And even when she got off the plane, she's looking at the window out the plane, looking at the plane out the window, saying to the security, "Look, get the people off the plane," like some kind of what do you call it? The film series Final Destination thing. Don't know. I don't know if I don't think he plays any of this. He's just showing us the image. I could find it.
That's right. I get the gist of that.
Yeah.
Is not real Gomas, or the woman known as Tiffany Gomas anyway. But talking about reptiles, this news came out about one of the king lizards.
Talking about reptiles.
Do not be alarmed by what you're about to hear.
This is Radio Caroline. His Majesty King Charles III has passed away.
Just to be absolutely clear, King Charles III is alive and well. And whilst that announcement went out on Tuesday, he was on an official visit.
He's not my king either. He might be the king of this country, but I'm not, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not subject to him.
To Northern Ireland. Radio Caroline, based in England, has since apologised to the royals and their listeners for this scare, blaming a computer error for the mishap.
A computer error, my ass.
This isn't the first time the death of a royal has been wrongly.
Why would it be a computer error? The only reason it would be a computer error is if they've got a pre-recorded message in case it happens, and then somehow it went out. You know, I can't. Can you see them having pre-recorded messages about just in case the king or queen dies? I mean, they possibly would, but that's the only way it would go out is a mistake. I don't think that was a mistake. Obviously, it's to get people talking for some reason, see how they feel about the king, see what they're saying. I don't know. Maybe it was some kind of experiment, test.
Announced. In 2015, the BBC ran a rehearsal for the death of Queen Elizabeth II. Now, according to a BBC Standards report, some staff were notified about the rehearsal, but not all. That meant that a journalist working for the BBC's language services saw an internal monitor showing the rehearsal. they began posting about the Queen's death, causing widespread speculation. The BBC then issued an apology whilst the posts were deleted.
Oh, I was so alarmed, so alarmed.
Like you could trust the BBC. Like you could trust the BBC. You know what I mean? I've actually got a video to do from it. I've got a video saved by Scandal talking about the BBC lying to you for 100 years, something like that. I might have to do that one day.
And worried that I even flipped my desk and was completely inconsolable. More than likely, he's just shedding into a new form, but I do find it interesting that came out.
It's not found for me, Paul. It's 404 for me, bro. Look. 404. 404, bro. It doesn't work for me.
What's that? The StreamYard link or the
the link you're telling me to do instead? Check it out as an alternative to StreamYard. That one. So that's what I'm getting. 404.
Well, that might be because we've done it in StreamYard.
I don't know. The link, if any link usually comes up. Oh, let me just copy the link. Copy link address, and I'll put it straight in Google. Paste. No, same thing. Look, same thing. Same thing. It's maybe a dodgy because maybe like my security stops certain sites going through sometimes. But usually it asks me. It says this could be dodgy. Continue if you want. You know what I mean? Usually it asks me. I don't know. It's coming up 404 for me.
It's the bit on the end, sorry. For some reason that doesn't work, but I copied it from the page I used. So if you go to that one, that should work.
Yeah, it does. It does, yeah.
They haven't got their redirects up very well. Since that shouldn't happen, really.
Okay, so I would have to... Right,
you could try that one day, because I think it's a little bit cheaper than StreamYard. That might be worth looking at.
Yeah, I could try that one
I've noticed that Restream / StreamYard makes people's phones quite hot. It's quite heavy on the device.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know about that.
This is supposed to be better, so who knows?
Never use it. I never use my phone on it, so I don't know. Yeah, definitely. I'll actually put that, save that as a, just in case. Save link. No, not save link, guys. Just save link, you numpty. Copy link address, and then I'll get it up and bookmark it. I mean, I've still got Restream, but I don't, like I said, I stopped using it because on the laptop it wasn't very good on the laptop.
I think overall StreamYard is better value, and it's not really. That's definitely not worse than Restream. There are some features that work good on each, but
Restream doesn't let you do videos from your video file from your drive. You have to go to one of the highest subscriptions, and even then you can only do like a 15-minute one, where I could do any length of time of a video file in here. You know what I mean?
And I think Restream clips the voice a bit more when you've got multiple people talking. I think StreamYard's slightly better than Restream for that.
Yeah, well, that's what happened. Mine was clipping all the time. Was not just my voice, but it was the video. The actual videos I was showing was clipping as well. But it was like that for a little while. Well, I remember this.
Not too long after he announced the digital ID for the United
Kingdom. Yes, he did.
I guess he served his purpose. But I do wonder, when they announced this officially, is Princess Diana's voice going to make a return like she did with Queen Elizabeth, telling us this?
The death is irreversible, and the fact that she's... As you can see...
Ooh. This was at Di's funeral. They actually put her voice through. Death is whatever. What is it she said?
The death is irreversible, and the fact that she's... As you can see...
Death is irreversible, and what?
You'd have to be very familiar with her voice to be spooked, though, and I'm not, so...
I mean, it does sound like her, but it could be somebody that's copying her voice, It sounds like an imitator.
The death is irreversible, and the fact that she's... As you can see...
Death is irreversible in something. I'm not sure, but yeah, it does sound like her, but it sounds like an imitator. It's stuff that they do. I don't know why they do this crap. Probably to make people think it was a ghost and she's watching over us. I don't know.
But old Charlie Bob, he's the same as Neil deGrasse Tyson, isn't he? They put him in a car, they wheel him where they want him to go, and they say, "You wave at these people, you hold this, you open this thing here, and off you go."
Yep, pretty
Probably
much.
don't know what day it is, poor dear.
Pretty much. And they marry nobility, which is usually their cousins, you know. So there's that to it as well.
As you can see here in London, it is.
The death is irreversible, and the fact that she's trapped. I don't know what kind of context that.
The death is irreversible, and the fact that she's trapped. That actually sounded like Sarah Ferguson talking about Diane. Listen, it sounded more like Sarah Ferguson, actually, thinking about it.
Princess Diana's voice going to make a return, like she did with Queen Elizabeth, telling us this.
Death is irreversible, and the fact that she's, as you can see.
No, well, man, no, I don't know. It could be somebody that just sounds similar to talking about her, or pretending that this is some kind of ghost voice of Di's.
It sounds like someone narrating a piece. It doesn't sound like something clipped from a conversation, casual conversation, does it?
What, the woman's voice in the background?
Yeah, it sounds like someone reading off a script to me.
Yeah, it does. It does. One more time.
Death is irreversible, and the fact that she's, as you can see.
It does. It sounds like somebody's reading from a book or something like that, telling a story or narrating something. But they could have just took that out from whatever it is, just to make people talk, you know?
Did they ever do like a story about her life and someone had to play her and they would have had people audition? And
Yeah, well, they have. Yeah, they've
people
done
for
that. They've done that. Yeah, same as the Queen. Yeah, they've done that.
Fits in a normal world during a funeral procession,
played
but
Diana?
I guess the new form had failed.
So
ticks. We on about ticks?
I thought these were scabs. And then I'm like, well, why would I have a scab?
There's a lot about ticks nowadays.
So this morning I realized I had these things in between my nails. And I thought, oh, is it dirt? And then I looked closer. I was like, oh, it looks like a scab. And then I'm talking to my mom on the phone. And I'm just kind of like playing around with my hands. And I'm realizing that these are actually sea ticks.
Sea ticks? How?
And they're on this hand too. Once I realized they were on multiple of my hands, that's when I was like, what are these? That is a seed tick. So be careful, people. I mean, that these ticks can be in
watch out,
plain
you might be
sight.
full of heavy metals or something.
And still miss them.
Right.
That's why parasites normally go to after
mostly
people.
just
that got
noticed
something
these two, and I thought, oh,
Yeah.
it kind of looks like a little bit of a scab or something
Looks
in
like a
between my
blackhead, doesn't
hands. I don't know what happened.
No, you get a blackhead there.
Must have hurt
That's what
myself
it
a
looks
little bit.
like, or a splinter.
Then I look closer, and they're like ticks. This is wild.
How can you tell that's a tick?
I took a shower last night. I was sitting in my sauna for like 45 minutes. I was sweating. I don't remember seeing these things. Or if I did, I thought it was just scabs or something. I don't know, but I was showering. I did everything.
I'm playing this video because I have never heard of seed ticks before. Not saying they never existed or it's some kind of Mandela.
Well, it's quite obvious. You get land ticks, you get all different kind of ticks. You're bound to get sea kind of parasites, aren't you? But yeah, I suppose I'd never heard of them before, but it would make sense. But how would you get them if you hadn't been in the sea? She hasn't said, though. She hasn't said whether she was in the sea or not.
In fact, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I never heard of it before, but apparently they're just baby ticks that embed into your skin. They don't go all the way inside. But as tiny babies or larvae, you can barely see them. You would probably mistake them to be just a freckle. They'll go ahead and attach their needle-like mouths and embed it into your skin. And here I thought that tick chasing that man aggressively was going to be the most disturbing tick video I've seen in quite some time.
Mad, isn't it? Especially when ticks are slow moving.
Local residents.
You think juvenile ticks would be some sort of larval form, though, for an insect, wouldn't you? But maybe not. I don't know. I don't know much about ticks, to be honest, other than that they claim Lyme disease is caused by deer ticks, but then people come down with the same sort of symptoms, and then they're nowhere near deer ticks. So,
is a tick not an arachnid, though? Because I'm not sure. I know it's a
well, classifications of animals, PJ. You know,
I know.
Tick is a tick, isn't it? So,
arachnid. I'm just trying to find out if it is, though, because I'm sure is a tick arachnid. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they are arachnids. They're classed as arachnids. I know it's not, there's still a creepy crawly thing which is described in the Bible, but after classification, yeah, they're classed as an arachnid. Yeah.
I just wonder what their early form's like,
But they're not spiders. But they're arachnids. yeah, I know. There's all different types of ticks, they could be, like you say, crossbreeding, all these kind of things. There's such thing as adaptation, not evolution, but adaptation. So yeah, of course. And genetically modified.
A bit of context you need to know about
She's
this
so
video.
low.
So the witnesses.
Well, according to
noticed
Google, they
all the
hatch
lights-
as tiny versions of their adult forms, so they do have
Ooh,
legs when
They're
born, I
already
guess.
bloody tiny.
Well, yeah.
Still crazy, isn't it?
flashing down the streets. That's what pulled him out into the road and started recording.
Still
And
low,
then they
this
saw
one.
this bright red glowing object coming down on the street. But that's not what freaked everybody out. As they're all watching the lights flickering,
She's
this
called the
glowing object
paranormal
literally
chick.
on their street, something massive overhead.
Ooh,
passes.
there was a big
This thing
shadow
is
there, wasn't there?
huge, and that's what sends people running. Take a look at this footage, comment below, let us know what you think is going on here and what that
Why is it always crap? But there was a big shadow there, but I mean, yeah, why would there be a shadow? Unless it was under the light. I mean, well, shadow from the moonlight, but that size, not that pronounced. Where are you? There is a shadow on the ground there, but whether it's real or not. Hold on. I mean, is the person, are they holding the camera or is it on a tripod? They're holding it. Oh, hold on. It's the wrong one I'm using. I'm using the wrong ones. And it's strange, isn't it, to be a shadow like that, but you can't see anything above. Hold on. It depends where the moon is, where all the and where the light source could be a floodlight of some sort. I don't know. It could be something just going in front of a floodlight, couldn't it? What do you reckon?
I don't know. That's too hard to
I
say.
mean, it does. I mean, it does cover the humans like it should. Oh, hold on. Does his legs disappear there? No, it's just like. Hold on. Where are you? There. No. There. It's a bit weird there, isn't it? And that guy's legs, it just goes. That's one frame to the next. That seems like it jumps a bit. Seems like something dodgy there. Look at his legs, the guy on the left. Yeah. Something dodgy there, isn't that?
Yeah.
There's something dodgy there, whether it's some kind of masking or not. But it does seem to climb up his body and her body like it should, but I don't know. There's something dodgy there. Look at his legs. It's like they're cutting half of the triangle. Even if, oh wow, all the shots beforehand are like cut off. So what happens? Oh, I know what it is. He's got a dark part in his jeans, I think, and then the bottom part are light. And then when the shadow hits him, you see them all. So no, it's not dodgy. It's just shit video. It's just shit video. It's not dodgy. But I don't know about the shadow. It could be just something going across the spotlight, like a balloon. It could be a floodlight in the distance, you know what I mean? And a balloon is like quite close to it, you know? It could be that. It could be that. because there's nothing in the sky. There's nothing in the sky that we can see from this shot. And would the moon cast a shadow like that? I think it's bright enough to cast a shadow like that on a street.
It's a very dark shadow, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a very dark shadow for a light street. Yeah. But, it would be in a light street, but you know what I'm saying? It is a dark shadow. I'm not sure what's going on there. Anyway, seemed a little dodgy, but I don't know. It could be just that something flashing in front of a floodlight. They did seem to run from it.
That great video came from the paranormal chick. You can see the flashing lights. You can see whatever this red thing is.
Oh, right. There's something red floating out there. That looks like a lens flare.
Out of the sky. And
no, it doesn't actually.
Stay there. But even more bizarre was that massive
it seems like it's crawling down the house, doesn't it?
Shadow that went over top of them. You don't see whatever produced that shadow. It had to be something large, but
doesn't necessarily have to be something large. It depends where the light source is and where the object that's obscuring the light, it doesn't have to be large, does it? It depends on distances. All depends. But it seems large. And it seems a bit dark just to be like a balloon passing in front of a floodlight or something. Yeah.
You never see it. Matter of fact, you don't even hear it. Now, and I do wonder whatever produced that massive shadow, did it also drop this red thing? What a weird video. But with that being said, what in the world also happened over in...
I don't believe, there's paranormal channels that absolutely believe there's ghosts. I don't believe there's ghosts. And the same paranormal channels that will debunk fake paranormal channels. It could be somebody trying to fake something. She's called the paranormal chick. She could be trying to fake something. Or she's just getting it from someone that could have tried to fake something. I don't know. I don't know where this footage is from. But it certainly looks strange.
Mexico.
A hazmat situation left 3 people dead and sent at least 18 first responders to the hospital. State police say officers were called to a home late this morning on Mountain Air on reports of a possible overdose and found 4 people unresponsive inside. 3 of them died. Hazmat
3, 18, 21. Let's see if any 33s and all that crap come up. You know what they're like with these stories. Let's go back to start of it.
Called to a home late this morning on Mountain Air on reports of a possible overdose and found 4 people unresponsive inside.
66 degrees. 66 degrees over here. You will really think it's 66 degrees? Especially when it's got a 9 there. This is 666 right there. Look. That's what I'm saying. I don't think that's meant to be 66 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, it can't be Celsius. That's for sure. If it was Celsius, you'd be cooking. It should be centigrade. Really, we should call it centigrade. Celsius is someone's name, isn't it? Centigrade's the actual measurement.
Of them died. Hazmat crews later responded after first responders began experiencing headaches, nausea, and vomiting. Officials say carbon monoxide and natural gas have been ruled out. Investigators believe the substance is not airborne, but can spread through contact. One neighbor described the scene as frightening.
So more scared.
It's a scary situation. It's just awful. I never thought it would something like this happen in Mountaineer. It's just awful.
63 million.
Prayers to the family.
State police say 25 people were exposed in total, but there is no threat currently.
25.
So let me get this straight. Let me see if I can understand this. They have absolutely no idea what this substance is. News and media keep saying they're hearing from the officials, the authorities, that it's an unknown substance. About 18 to 20 people go inside this home. They end up sick from this substance. Those that were currently residing in this home pass away from this substance. Yet
it's either bullshit. It's either a bullshit story. Or it's government testing stuff on people. What the heck is this? Oh, right. Right. Okay, that's these words. Okay.
It is no threat to the public, even though, as of this recording anyway, they have no idea what the substance is. Is anybody else tired of the gas?
So if they don't know what it is, how do they know it's no threat? Yeah. Can't trust news, man. You really can't trust news.
I guess if they've got no cases outside the actual property, they just think it's contained, I suppose.
Maybe. If it's a true story, you know. I mean...
Well, yeah, I mean, it is on the news, PJ. So.
That's what I'm saying. You know, there's some truth on the news, but it always gets mixed in with lies. And it doesn't matter what channel, you know, what news channel. Yes, there's some more reputable than others, but they all lie. They all lie, I think. To a certain degree, anyway.
I don't know if y'all have seen the crash on Netflix about that girl who crashed her car and killed both the passengers on purpose. So the body cam footage was released from the police officer who arrested her. And did y'all hear what was caught on this body cam footage? It's crazy. So the police officer is putting her in the backseat of his cruiser, and you can hear a voice say, "She killed us." If you didn't hear it, I enhanced the audio and took a bit more of the background noise out.
Sorry, I have to quickly see it. I didn't see that in what's that, bro?
Oh, that was posted by can't remember who, but on your short, that was posted in the comments.
Oh, was it? Oh, was it?
It was about Toon, you know.
Was it Terry or something? Maybe did that.
That or Noise Guru, possibly. I better check actually.
Good, right. Good. Life is a lie. I'm coming out of my carefully constructed facade. My name is Michael C2. Oh, for goodness sake. For years, I masqueraded as a fearless flat earth debunker, bravely standing against pseudoscience. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Goon is gay. What's this one here? Oh, it doesn't go on to it. Oh, it does. It does go on to it.
Mattoon.
Oh, there are actually videos that go with it. Shit. All right. Okay. Grifts. That's pretty mad. I'm going to have to look at that at some point. I'll have to have a proper look. Nice.
And mark the moment when it says it, so we'll listen to it again.
What?
I mean, it's blatant. You hear it blatantly.
Oh, she killed us. What?
So we'll listen to it again. More of the background noise out and mark the moment when it says it. So
Yeah, but what is it from?
And you can hear a officer who arrested her. And did y'all hear what was caught on this body cam footage?
Body
It's
cam.
crazy.
Right. Oh, come on. Someone breathed, or it's just some staticky crap coming through the radio. That's nobody talking. This is someone trying to say it's a ghost, I think. Because they use all these bloody spirit boxes and spirit talkers and all that in these paranormal channels, and they don't work. Obviously, they don't bloody work. So one of them is just catching radio stations and working through it. Other one's just got a vocabulary of words, and it puts out a word randomly. How is that anything to do with ghosts, man? Ridiculous. And a lot of these so-called paranormal channels sitting there with a electrometer type thing. What are they called? EMUs, whatever. And they're sitting doing it with, they've got their Wi-Fi running. You know what I mean? There's electric lights on. There's loads of like blooming electrical fields, and they're just saying, "Oh yeah, it's spiking." No doubt, no doubt. There's lots of electrical stuff going on. Anyway, shut up, Pete.
Well, the police officer is putting her in the backseat of his cruiser, and you can hear a voice say, "She killed us." If you didn't hear it, I enhanced the audio and took a bit more of the background noise out and mark the moment when it says it, so we'll listen to it again.
Oh, come on.
I mean,
It's somebody breathing. It's not somebody.
Listen to it again.
Oh my goodness. Why people who believe in the paranormal have to believe this kind of stuff are ghosts? Because, you know, I mean, it could be demons, but a demon wouldn't be so, you know, shy about it. They just come out and say it, I suppose.
I mean, it's blatant. You hear it blatantly. The spirit of one of those boys were trying to tell that officer what happened.
No, they weren't.
Police body cams
No, they
catch
weren't.
a lot in situations like this. I don't even think people
If
realize.
those boys are dead, then the spirits are gone. They're not. They're either they're absent from the body, present with the Lord. You know, they're not getting to talk to anybody on earth. You know.
Like with the Watts family, when the police went into their home, their body cams captured all kinds of stuff. It's like these spirits are trying to reach out and tell the police what actually happened. It's crazy.
That video came from Whoa, That's Strange.
If it was such a thing as the spirits trying to reach out and tell them what happened, why wouldn't they make it a lot more clearer? And don't say it's because they haven't got the energy. If they've got the energy somehow to make it come through on the radio, they'd have the energy to make it sound clear. Rubbish. Yeah, it was Moomin Rider. Got you. Nice. Moomin's funny.
You can clearly hear that. Even the officer did too, because he asked, "What's that?"
Don't believe that one. Wow. A noise. I mean, it could be coming from anywhere. I mean, the window could be slightly open and there's a bit of draft coming in. There's cars going past that are making wind. You know, there's so many things that could make that blooming noise. And if it was any kind of spirit, I'm sure they'd see it a lot clearer than that if there was such a thing as ghosts. Such a thing as demons, and I'm sure demons ain't that shy. I mean, when I had a demon, it wasn't that shy. He told me to go and jump. I'm too late. Go and jump. It was clear to me. Whether it was audible or in my own ears, you know what I mean? Whether it was audible to anybody else that was around, I doubt it, because there was no one around. But it seemed like it was just me that would have had it. But it was audible to me. It felt like it was audible, like round about me. But it could have easily been in my head. But it was a demon, and it was his voice. And he said it very, very clearly.
That before she did, this eerily reminds me of the Watts body cam footage as the police were going inside their home.
Yeah, that was nothing to do with ghosts either. It was terrible what he did, but when they were going through, there was little noises. That looked like there was his little girl was looking around the corner of a door. It was all pareidolia stuff in that, and just silly little noises like this. You know, it weren't their spirits. Their spirits would have been with God. The spirits are with God, absent from the body, present with the Lord. You know, the spirits would have been, and their children, they were innocent, so they would have been with God, you know, in whatever fashion that takes. Sorry, Paul, what did you say?
Yeah, that's all right. We cut each other off. Can you remember that case of that strange woman who zipped up her boyfriend in a suitcase and then left him in there and he died?
Yes.
Well, me and Hannah sort of did a review of that, and they were listening to the body cams and the police tapes and that. She was just like a real strange woman. Like, she thought, like, if you zipped someone up in a suitcase, then you'd probably be fine. But I think it's possibly because she was just real drunk as well.
That too.
That was a very strange case.
Pun intended.
Well, no, but yes, that too.
It was a strange case.
I mean, a zip. I mean, I don't know if they're like properly airtight, but I don't know about you. If you ever zipped up a case, I mean, you can't really press on them because
no. I mean, they're not going to be airtight. They're not going to be airtight, but you've been folded up in that position with very little air getting in. Yeah, you're going to run out of air very quickly. Because
I just wondered, how drunk was he to get in it in the first place?
Right, and you know when you're drunk and you fall asleep and that, sometimes I don't know if you know, but people, like, when they're drunk and they fall asleep, they'll wake up gasping for air sometimes. I do it just every night sometimes when I lie flat on my back. I wake up gasping for air.
Like, if I drink too much, I just get like a little bit tipsy, really a bit lightheaded.
Yeah.
Like, I fell asleep this afternoon because I'd just been playing football with my nephews, and that was real hot as well.
Oh, dude, it was so hot today, man. So hot. I think it went up to about
They still wanted to play football, though. So.
Oh, dude, I couldn't play.
Me running up and down the garden in 25 degrees or whatever it was in the sun, you know.
Yeah,
apparently it's cooling down tomorrow, though. It's like 22 tomorrow.
Say again?
Apparently it's cooling down to 22.5 according to my weather app.
Even
Tomorrow,
that's hot for me.
The breeze coming in or something.
Even that's hot for me, but it's a lot better than it was today. You know what I mean? That gasping for air can be sleep apnea as well. Yeah, I think it's what it was, is that because lately I put on weight, I think in certain positions of sleep as well, I can understand why it kind of collapses in itself. But it's not something that's serious. It's like it's when I'm drifting off, and it's almost like I forget to breathe. I've had it before, even when I was in that. It's not. I don't think it's as bad as sleep apnea, but it's almost like I forget to breathe, and then all of a sudden I just breathe again. It's not like it's dangerous or anything. It's not like it was like about to pass out. It's as soon as I've realized I haven't took a breath, I take one. It's weird. It's weird, but it might be something to do with me putting on weight in the past 6 years. But thank goodness that's on the way back down now. I haven't weighed myself, but I can feel it coming off. I can really feel it coming off. I won't weigh myself till I think I'm near the weight that I want to be. Because the last time I weighed myself, I was 19 stone with clothes on. Clothes off, I was 18 and a half. So I would say I've lost about half a stone, 3/4 of a stone. That's what it feels like. But yeah, I'm still not there yet. I've still got another 3 and a bit stone to lose. Sorry, Paul, go on.
I think once a month is about all you'd need, really. I think any more than that, and you're in danger of focusing on that too much.
What's that? Sorry.
Weighing yourself.
Oh yeah, I don't even weigh myself. I don't. I weighed myself at the very start, to see what my weight was. Then I weighed myself coming out of the shower. I even got scales here. This was at Harvey's. I weighed myself coming out of the shower, and he's got scales there. So I knew with clothes on and trainers on, I was 19 stone. But with them up, I was 18 and a half. I feel like I've lost about half a stone, 3/4 of a stone.
Yeah.
I can tell how my t-shirts are hanging on me and stuff. I can just tell that it's going down.
Well, the trouble is, though, the gut is the last thing to go, though, when you're losing weight.
Well, my gut, yeah, going back. It's still obviously still got a bit. It's still got the thing there, but I can feel it actually going. The thing is, when I put on weight, I put it on all over. A lot of people just put weight on their stomach, and they've still got skinny arms and stuff. I put weight on all over, and it's quite even. So when it's coming off quite even off as well. I know, because when I'm walking down the street, my legs ain't rubbing together anymore like they were. No, between your legs, just under your crotch, sort of thing. They used to rub together there badly. Now they're not rubbing so much, So,
yeah, I was thinking about what Jono said actually earlier, because I suppose milk would add a bit of sugar, but I don't think that's real that base. I mean, especially if you drink raw milk, and that's not been messed with.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I don't think there's that much sugar in it, really.
I don't think you're meant to use. Well, it's still an animal product. It's been produced by the animal. It's plant-based because it's grass, but it's been transformed. So you're allowed milk. You're allowed milk. But I only use
about 5-6% saturated fat, and then I just wondered how much sugar is in it, because it's mostly water. But Jonah might be right about it being an issue if you drink a lot of it, I suppose, with the sugar, because it's lactose in it, isn't there?
Yeah, no, I don't.
I don't think it's too bad, though.
I said I could feel the meat through, and I've been drinking coffee every day. I've only and I put a sugar in it. I'm no way I'm going to cut that out. There's no way that's going to. A little tiny bit of sugar is not going to impede it. It's not going to take me out of ketosis. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I found that if you reduce it down to about a flat one, and then you go to a half. And then as soon as you get used to a half, you can get rid of it. And then you just don't notice the difference anymore.
Yeah, but the thing is, even if it did take me out of ketosis, which means it's just burning fat, that's what you're burning fat. That's where you're getting your energy from. Your body's burning fat to get energy.
Yeah, you are supposed to burn fat as a natural.
Well, yeah, but also you burn the rest of it as
you're
well.
You're not really supposed to have sugar. I mean, the reason why we can put on weight is so you can gather lots of stuff in the autumn and fatten yourself up for winter, and for when times are sparse.
My point is, even if it did take me out of ketosis, I'm still eating well under 2,000 calories, well under.
Yeah.
So even if it did take me out of, hold on, even if it did take me, I can't hear you. 2 seconds. Even if it did take me out of ketosis, I'm still well under 2,000 calories a day. So I would still be losing weight either way. You know what I mean? Anyway. Sorry, Paul, you were saying, we were talking at the same time.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the calories thing. It's just, if you make sure, like Jonah said, if you cut out the sugar, which is your flour and your pulses and that sort of stuff.
Oh, that's all gone. That's all gone, apart from sugar in my coffee. But yeah, no, what it says is you don't even count calories when you're doing the carnivore thing. It says you eat to satisfaction. But I'm not even doing that. I'm not even eating to satisfaction. So, you know, it says don't count calories, and there's no time of the day to eat. When you feel hungry, eat meat and stuff. Even if you go over, apparently you still lose weight. But I haven't even been getting nowhere near 2,000. Nowhere near 2,000. And we can go, and I could probably take 2,500 calories without and just maintain what I'm at, you know, but I've been well under that. I mean, there's not much exercise going on, but except walking and stuff. But I'm walking everywhere now rather than bus and stuff like that, you know. And I need to get back to the gym, but I will once I'm down a little bit. Sorry.
When it comes to saturated fat, if you eat too much of it, you just get rid of it. You don't actually add it as fat. What we call fat, which you want to get rid of, is just sugar that your body turns into a type of
Yeah, of course.
fatty acids and stuff. So I don't think you know when you're eating too much saturated fat, you know, because it's hard to eat a lot of it, really.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
But they catch you out with these seed oils and what have you. I mean, I don't know if you know how dirty seed oils are, but if you cook with them a lot, then it's very hard to clean up. Whereas if you switch to animal fat or olive oil or avocado oil, then everything's a lot easier to clean, and therefore all that resin residue that's going in your body as well.
I don't even use oil. I grilled it. I grilled the meat, so I don't even use oil at the minute. The only time I use oil is if I was making a spag bog or something like that. I don't fry stuff. I usually grill them. I don't mind them fried. But I tend not to use it.
Yeah,
it makes me feel like I'm cooking. Makes me feel like I'm cooking. Putting something in the grill, I don't feel like I'm cooking.
All the big food producers and the fast food people, they've got them all to switch to seed oils because they're a lot cheaper to produce. But the trouble is that that's real concentrated. If you think how small like a rape seed is or a sunflower seed is, that's real highly concentrated. Whereas olive oil is pressed from the fruit, and avocado oil is pressed from the fruit, so that's completely different things, you know. So you know, like coconut's good as a saturated fat for you. As well as palm is okay as long as it's been grown reasonably well.
Well, if you're in carnivore diet, I can't be eating coconut, can I? It's plant-based. I can't. I'm trying. You've tried to cut out everything plant-based, basically. I know sugar's plant-based and coffee's plant-based, but what I'm eating isn't plant-based. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see. No, but there's nothing wrong with coconut there. That's very good.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a healthy diet, but it's a diet that burns fat nonetheless. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to maintain it. Once I get down to my weight, I'm not staying on the carnivore diet. No way. I'll just eat as normal. Once I'm down to my normal weight, I'll eat as normal and just exercise more. You know?
Yeah, I mean, if it works.
I was eating a lot of crap. Look, I was eating munchies because I smoke weed. You get munchies, and I was eating sweets and ice cream and all that shit as well. So I wasn't overeating, but I was eating that shit, and it's pure sugar. It's pure sugar. So like I've started. I don't eat that anymore. You know. So there was a lot of that to do with it. You know. I've seen me losing weight, and I haven't done anything except go to town when I was drug addict as well. But even after. I've seen me losing weight just sitting in the house but not eating, you know, not even doing any steps. But that was at a time that I didn't want to go out.
Yeah, and Baz is right. They're trying to make it so you can't avoid this stuff. So pretty much if you want to eat chocolate and cakes and things like that, you have to make it all yourself, really. There's no other
it does. Yeah, I can't eat. It says I can eat chocolate, but it can't be shop bought. It has to be homemade. I can eat ice cream, but it can't be shop bought. It's got to be homemade because of the sugars. So it's kind of hard because even some of the meats have got wheat in it as well, you know, which I'm not too bothered about. Like it says you can have like meat snacks like pepperonis and that, but you got to watch because sometimes they got. But how much wheat are they going to have in it really? And you're not eating tons of it, you know. So I don't know it. Oh shit! Hey, Canal for the munchie fund. There's no more munchies, bro. There's no more munchies. Bless you for the super chat. I still haven't sorted out my ID. I'm gonna have to do it next time I get paid now because it's a pain in the butt. I went to the post office to do it a few times. I tried to do it online, but because my provisional was out of date, it wouldn't use that as ID. So now I have to go to the post office. The post office I went to give me a D1, and then I thought I just had to change my address and they would automatically renew it. But no, because it's been out of date for over 10 years, they wouldn't do that. So I've got to do that all again, and I think it's almost like doing the process from the start, but I don't need ID because I'm handing in my old card. I don't know, but I need to go to town and do that. But nice one for that, bro. Bless you, man. $2 super chat, $2 Canadian super chat for the munchie fund. No munchies anymore, just meat It's meat. I mean, I like meat. I mean, I've kind of like lived on meat before, but it wasn't strict. It was just like I bought meat and just ate the meat. But if I had other stuff, I'd eat it too. But now it's kind of strictly meat and nothing with it. You know, the first 2 days, it was 2 days, 3 days, it was purely steak. Now I'm kind of doing steak, pork, and bacon, not together, separate. But it's boring, but it's still, I like meat just as well.
Bacon that's been cooked dry and then it's cooled down. They're like sort of like your own homemade frazzles type thing.
Yeah, yeah. No, I don't like bacon too crispy. I like it kind of in between. But yeah.
You can save the fat and then cook with that later on, you know, because there's a lot of fat coming out of streaky bacon.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, there is. That's the thing. You're meant to eat high protein, high fats. I mean, the meat, the steak I've been getting has been lean. You know, I'm not eating too much fats, but kind of tells you to eat fats. You know what I mean? I don't
know if you can eat too much fat. That's what I was saying earlier. I mean, I think you just pass it through yourself if you eat too much. Because that's like people who struggle with the, you know, regular movements and stuff. I mean, I'd always say to them, like, get rid of fiber and then replace that with saturated fat.
I'm not allowed fiber.
Binds everything up. Fiber is completely useless. It's just a complex sugar that you can't actually process.
Yeah, they say it's good for constipation, don't they? I mean, there's not much goodness. There's not much nutrition in it for you, really. It's
how it was
just for your
explained to me
digestive
is,
system.
fiber works by physically filling you up. So you imagine, like, keep blowing a balloon up. Eventually, that's going to get all saggy, and so if you keep taking on fiber, you have to keep eating more and more as the years go on. So the best way is to have saturated fat, and it binds everything together.
Yeah, I was never a big bloody muesli or flimming fiber eater. You know what I mean? Bran flakes and all that. I was never big into that sort of thing, but you know.
So I just adjusted my diet until I found everything went fine, and then you know when you've not eaten enough, because then it starts, you know, going the wrong way. So you can just keep an eye on it like that, and then ignore fiber entirely. You know, you eat it on the things you like, but you don't focus on it at all, and you try and avoid it if possible, type thing.
Absolutely. I've never eaten meat properly anyway, I wouldn't say. I mean, I've always eaten at meals, but I wouldn't say I've ever been health conscious when it comes to food. But anyway, let's continue. I'm bloody an hour and a half in, and we're only 12 minutes in.
They're picking up all kinds of eerie voices.
This is our home. That was the copper bloody breathing. That was in Chris Watt's case. That was the copper breathing. He was bending down to do something. He was breathing closer to his camera. That was it.
Year 2026, if you rent, you either need a security camera indoors and outdoors, or need to be home whenever someone comes over to do repairs. And why do I say that? Because of people like this Michigan landlord right here, who came to a home to do repairs while the occupants were not home, but decided to do the nasty, and he was captured on their indoor video camera. Take a look at this for yourself.
He was masturbating in their bedroom or something. What?
Not really making himself at home, a tenant's home, that is, in Westland. They called him over to do home repairs and instead caught him in the act with a woman.
It allegedly happened Monday in Westland while Javon Crawford and his wife were in the hospital with his sick grandma.
That's a different sort of on the job, that is.
Yeah. Oh, look at him. Look at his face.
From their security cameras on her phone.
She just pointed the phone to me, and I seen him just doing what he was doing right here in our house.
Was it live?
It was live. Live footage.
Oh my God.
Time stamped and everything.
I mean,
This
seriously,
guy a
think about
veterinarian
this
or
for a minute.
something? Wearing a blue mask.
He could have said he had an itch. He had a little itch.
You're supposed to trust this individual right here to make repairs while you're away, because that's what he's supposed to do. And instead he gets caught on that, doing something he was not supposed to do. What the hell was he thinking? So I guess my question to you is, would you still live in that apartment?
He was thinking amorously. That's what he was thinking.
After what he did and knowing
Probably
what he's
literally.
capable of doing? Or would you just get the hell out of there?
The eerie part about this news clip, outside of the fact that he's doing the nasty while his renters are not home, is the fact that if he's willing to do that, even though we live in a day and age where cameras are everywhere inside people's homes, just imagine what else he's willing to do. But in this next creepy video, more and more people are noticing, and these are two separate clips, But one of the clips comes from the Journey 76. They're noticing that food they get from certain locations, certain grocery stores, not even the wildlife will touch it or eat it.
Has anybody noticed that the birds, the deers, raccoons, they will not eat grocery store vegetables anymore?
Really?
Like, I put out 3 cans of tuna for the feral cats that live in my
They didn't eat
neighborhood
it.
3 days ago. They haven't touched it.
Seriously?
These are hungry cats.
That is a bit strange, isn't it? If a cat won't eat tuna, even a wild cat.
Yeah,
well.
well, if it's not steak and it's overly processed, I suppose it might not smell very nice, I guess.
But, you know.
But with fruits and vegetables, I don't know if you noticed, but if you leave like standard stuff out, like apples, they can last for a couple of months before they start to deteriorate, and that is something I will not eat.
No, definitely not. Even some breads now, they don't go moldy anymore. You can have them in
Yeah,
a
that's
hot.
weird.
You can have them in a hot condensation in the windows and everything, hot all over the place. And this cheap bread or whatever will still not go moldy. Still not go moldy.
It's like those
Nuts,
McDonald's people take and put in the cupboard in the paper bag, and that doesn't deteriorate. If that's
Mhm.
real, then that's very worrying, and I wouldn't eat McDonald's
Well,
if that's
look,
true.
I've seen people checking, like they've had a McDonald's, they've kept it, McDonald's, a Big Mac for 10 years, just put it in the cupboard, 10 years, and they've opened it up after 10 years, not one little bit of mold on it after 10 years. You know, food's made from plastic. Yeah, I agree. There's definitely, they're definitely putting wood chip in certain foods. I know
There's
that.
a lot of petrol-based stuff in food, your flavorings, fragrances,
Yeah.
preservatives. It's made from gasoline or petrol, you know, or
Yeah.
gas.
Well, like riboflavin, is that gasoline and petrol, is it? Riboflavin.
Yeah, when they say natural flavorings, you have to be careful because they're allowed to say that because they mimic natural flavors, but they're actually made from gasoline or petrol.
But that is natural. If you think about it, gasoline and petrol, it comes from natural sources. It's not. It's gone through a
Well,
process.
they're a
Obviously,
precursor, aren't they? They're full of everything, so you can make fake banana and strawberry
Right.
flavorings out of them. And a lot of fragrances are made from gasoline. But the trouble is that you're not really meant to be eating that. You know?
No, exactly.
Because
Exactly
crude
right.
oil is horribly toxic stuff. If you ever come across it.
Absolutely. I mean, it's got its uses, but we're not meant to ingest it. We're not meant to imbibe it. That's for sure.
I mean, it's for burning, really, and to make electricity as well as well.
Right.
Driving along.
Wow. So not even wild animals are eating it.
Don't eat this tuna. I went out there after putting grapes that I got from a major retailer, starts with a K. I don't want TikTok to come after me. I put celery, grapes, and some green pepper and broccoli that I let sit in my crisper too long, and I didn't want it in my salad. I took it out there. It's still sitting out there. I seen the birds pick at it,
I know,
and they
Derek.
didn't want it. I seen
That the McDonald's CEO, he took a
saw that.
tiniest nibble ever. He probably didn't even hit the meat. He took the bread. He probably didn't even hit the meat. I remember that one, Derek.
the deer walk right over top of it. I've literally got
What's that?
peaches
What's
out.
that? Personally found a half-eaten McDonald's cheeseburger under the seat of a car that I know was at least 4 years old. It looked made. There you go. It looked made that day. Had no mold, nothing. I know. It's crazy, isn't it? It's after 4 years, bro. Usually if you leave a bread for 2 weeks, it starts going moldy, you know? Any bread. But now that you're getting this cheap bread, it doesn't go moldy. I don't even eat bread. Even when before this carnivore diet, I didn't eat much bread. Unless it was, I didn't buy bread in. I would have ate bread if I was going fast food or whatever, but I didn't really buy bread in.
There that I got from another big box store, not Aldi. Everything I have bought from Aldi under the organic section, if I put it out there, the animals, they go right after it.
Good.
That store that starts with a K.
I'm glad because I'm shopping at Aldi at the minute. I'm bloody glad. But I'm not eating vegetables, obviously.
If the animals don't want to eat it,
do you know he looks like
done
shot actor a little bit? There when it played the comedian one, chubby face. He was in Planet of the Apes with Mark Wahlberg. What's his name?
Can't think. I may know who you mean. What, the comedian?
Yes.
Simon Pegg?
No, American.
Oh, no, I don't know who you mean then.
You do Paul Giamatti. Paul Giamatti.
Oh, okay.
He looks a bit
Yeah.
like a bold Paul Giamatti. He's got that. He's not got the same shape of face, but he's got that little look about him.
Oh, he was in that terrible Starfleet Academy. That was terrible.
Yeah, I think so. Something like that.
This is a cabbage that I threw out here 2.5 weeks ago for the chickens.
Wow.
The chickens won't eat it, and none of the wildlife will eat it. There are possums and skunks and raccoons and deer and all kinds of animals that should be interested in that cabbage. This is a cabbage that I threw out here 2.5 weeks ago for the chickens. The chickens won't eat it, and none of the wildlife will eat it. There are possums and skunks and raccoons and deer and all kinds of animals that should be interested in that cabbage.
Now, I don't know the stores that these individuals are getting these quote unquote food products from that not even the animals touch. The one that begins with the letter K, I think we can guess which one that is. But I have noticed, especially when it comes to multiple varieties of bread, it's not molding like it used to.
There you go.
I remember when I was younger, bread was
funny. He's brought that up. There you go. It doesn't mold like it used to. We don't know about these brands. We don't get these brands here.
Maybe the animals can smell the mercury, antimony, and lead and arsenic in these foods, because that's how pesticides work. They introduce heavy metals into the plants, and that's why they crossbreed plants to be resistant to them, so they can spray them more.
I would say there's wood chip in these. Like there's wood chips, like bits of wood chip in some
very weird stuff.
Woods. Yeah,
it's a lot fluffier than it used to be as well. So
Yeah,
I don't know how they maintain that.
Certainly is. It's so weird nowadays. I really don't touch bread though, to be honest.
Especially
I don't
that
buy
nimble type stuff like you get from Warburton's, just like nimble used to be. You know, there's nothing to it. That's weird.
Right.
old a few days after its best sell date, but now when it comes to some of this bread anyway, you can have bread more than a week past its fresh date and you still won't see mold. But it's not just the food, it's the air itself. Just take a look at what they're spraying in the skies. This video comes from Beauty.
Oh, come on. They're just playing knots and crosses with contrails, you know? Nothing chemical about it. Come on now. Course. Yeah, I mean, they don't even deny it now, do they? They don't even deny it.
Stardust Solutions, an Israeli tech company, might I mention, says that its tiny spears can reflect the sun's rays without harming people or the environment. And here's everything that you need to know about it. A company at the forefront of solar geoengineering, the notion that blocking radiation from the sun could cool a warming planet, has disclosed details of the materials it wants to sprinkle in the atmosphere. Stardust Solutions, led by former members of Israel's nuclear energy program, of course, reveals the chemical properties of its particles, how they would affect the atmosphere, and how high-flying aircraft would disperse the material. As you can see, the privately held company founded in 2023, by the way, is farthest ahead in the contest to take an idea that was once the stuff of science fiction and move it into the mainstream. It has attracted $75 million from investors, has applied for a patent, and is submitting its research to scientific journals for peer review. Materials produced by Stardust are made from amorphous silica, which is used as a food additive and in some consumer products, and calcium carbonate, a compound found in eggshells and limestone. The company says its particles were biodegradable, were not harmful to people or animals, and would not accumulate in the oceans or soil. And released in the upper atmosphere, the particles could reflect a small amount of sunlight away from Earth, the company said. Dr. Yadvav, co-founder of Mayad Spector, and a team of 25 researchers have developed two kinds of particles, though. The first is made of amorphous silica and coated in material to prevent it from interacting with atmospheric gases. Second particle, though, is a shell of amorphous silica around an inner core of calcium carbonate. What's insane that I didn't know about, Dr. Yadvav noted that the Department of Homeland Security sprayed amorphous silica into the New York City subway system in 2016 as part of an experiment to test emergency preparedness against a potential bioterrorism attack. Silica was used as a non-toxic tracer to check how a potential pathogen might spread in the subway and to make it
Lethal. Hey, Jimenez in the house. How you doing, pal? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you.
everything even better. Stardust executives said that the initial effort to begin atmospheric cooling would cost about $10 billion. That would cover the material, the aircraft that could disperse it at high
atmospheric cooling. Why? Because of global warming? Oh, come on, ridiculous stuff, man. They certainly are playing about the weather, but it's not because the planet is warming up.
altitudes and a monitoring system using a chemical tag to track the particles in the air and later on the ground. Sure, why not? What could possibly go wrong, right?
Remember when this used to be a crazy quote unquote conspiracy theory? Now they're just out there open with it. Yeah, we're doing it. What are you going to do about it? But let's stop at amorphous silica, because amorphous silica, they're even saying is in our foods, but now.
Well, they put that in, like, they put it in with your trainers and that, don't they? To soak up friggin' wet moisture. And they put it in with certain foods as well. They do put it in, but it's in that kind of bag. It's in that kind of bag. I didn't know that's what it was called till I see it in that bag. Now I know what he's talking about.
And I'm sure it's been this way for quite some time. It's in the air we breathe, but short-term exposure of this causes irritation of the nose, throat, and lungs, leading to coughing, wheezing, and shortness of breath. Long-term exposure to this doesn't even have to be high level, can lead to reduced lung function, lung inflammation, or minor fibrosis. And they tell people, if you are around this stuff or working with this stuff, to make sure to wear personal protection equipment. And yet at the same time, we're being told by those that are going to spray this in the skies to reflect sun.
Hey, not a problem, brother. I've still got the Venus one for tomorrow, though. I've got the Venus one. I did the balloon, you know, the old sheepworm advertised balloon. Did that one, so we kept the Venus one for tomorrow.
Sunlight, it's safe. But let's say you complain about this because you do find it to be unsafe, you have proof that it's damaging your neighborhood, or even if you don't have proof but you just want to speak out, well, you just might find yourself arrested if you talk about this on social media. Take, for example, this crazy news story right here.
A woman says she was arrested after posting health and safety concerns about a city's drinking water on Facebook. It happened in Trinidad in Henderson County, southeast of Dallas. People who live there say the tap water sometimes looks and smells unsafe. When one woman shared her take on Facebook, the police department arrested her, and now she's suing. Fox 4's Davidson.
I don't know how true that is, but it wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. I mean, we'll see what people get arrested for in the UK for praying. Stuff like that, for putting somebody went to prison as well for just putting someone on Twitter or TikTok, but even took it down, but still got prison for it. She was in at least 4 months, I think, 4 or 5 months.
Henry is live with more from that city. David.
Yeah, well, some city leaders say there are issues with the water system and that there has been for quite some time. However, one woman's claim posted to Facebook that the water is making some people sick led to her being arrested.
Did you ever expect something like that?
I think it's true, Baza. Had it from a few sources. Right, got you. Like I say, there is some truth in the news, but, you know, they always mix it with lies. She doesn't look happy.
Facebook post.
She looks like Robert De Niro in that pose.
Get you arrested?
Not at all. A Facebook post made by Jennifer Combs, a wife, mother, and citizen journalist, led to her arrest by Trinidad Police Department on May 8th.
Did you have to spend the night in jail?
I did.
What was that like?
Horrifying.
Leave this plane and just go put a kettle on.
Absolutely horrifying.
And you've never even had a speeding ticket?
I have not ever had a speeding ticket. It was one of the most probably humiliating things I've ever went through in my entire life. It was very, very bad.
So what was the Facebook post about? The city's water supply.
The best way I could describe it is it looks like the Trinity River is flowing from their water taps.
The post from her page Southern Bell Watch reads, in part, "We have received reports that some citizens have been hospitalized due to bacteria in the water. This is a serious public health concern that deserves immediate attention. If your water looks discolored, contains sediment, has a strong odor, or you have experienced related health issues, please send us a message. We are gathering information and reporting findings to the state."
The police chief had screenshotted it and posted it on the Trinidad Police Department page.
The April 6th post by Trinidad Police calls what Combs wrote false information that creates fear, panic, or unnecessary emergency response within a community, eventually charging Combs with felony false alarm or report.
I feel like this is an extreme stretch.
So here inside Trinidad City Hall, the water looks clean, but some say it's a fluid situation depending on where you're at. and when.
A fluid situation. Go.
How would you describe the city's water situation right now?
The city's water situation is a struggle, without question.
Trinidad Mayor Dennis Hawes does not dispute that they have water issues.
A lot of this stuff is original pipes that were put in here in Trinidad in the 50s, probably. We have to get to a position where we can fix that infrastructure, and it's very expensive, as I'm sure you can imagine.
On Wednesday, the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality confirmed to Fox 4 that it received a complaint regarding the water quality and an investigation is ongoing. It's unclear whether anyone has gotten sick from the water.
I've seen some Facebook posts where people have said they have gotten sick, but to me personally, I haven't heard anything.
In a post on May 10th, Trinidad Police Chief Charles Gregory doubled down on his decision to arrest Combs, calling the case cut and dry. He says claims citizens were hospitalized due to bacteria in the water are simply false and have only caused unnecessary fear and confusion in our community.
I really haven't seen anything like this before, David.
SMU constitutional law professor Dale Carpenter questions if a crime was committed and believes Combs's First Amendment rights may have been violated, even if it turns out Combs's post was inaccurate.
She's making a statement regarding a matter of great public interest, and so people sometimes make false statements on matters of great public interest, and they're allowed to do so. If we prosecuted and arrested everybody who made such claims, our jails would be overfilled.
Chief Gregory was not at Tuesday's council meeting, but the water issue was a topic of conversation.
The reason why everyone is here and the reason why Fox 4 is here is because your city is acting like tyrants.
Combs stands behind her post, and in a federal lawsuit filed Tuesday, she accuses the police chief of political retaliation.
I don't know what was said. I was in the kitchen, but I could imagine.
It's really about water quality. She's posted that there's
bacteria
bacteria
still
in
that.
the water.
Still that. Okay. But as I said, it's really expensive, so use the millions of dollars you've asked.
I mean, if they've got
taxpayers, but
unclean water, it can kill people. So.
Yeah, sack that, man. If it's that true story, man. I wouldn't drink that water. I would not touch that water. I remember when my water came out yellow. There was no way I was touching it. No way. It run clear after a while, but I still did not touch it for days.
If the fire brigade have to use a hydrant, they tend to put a lot of rust in the supply if they're anywhere near where they've turned the hydrant on.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
It's always best to let that settle. You don't want to be drinking stuff like that.
No, I ain't swallowing no rust either. Sack that. I remember when I was a kid, though, we used to have barns, little barns with fresh water coming down into the rock, and we used to drink from that, and we didn't give a crap. It was so fresh, man. So fresh, tasted no chlorine. But nowadays, I would not dare drink that now. If I went back home and that was still running, I would not drink it now. But what I did back when I was a kid, and it didn't bother me at all, because there wasn't so much shit in there and whatever they do,
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah.
That's too centralized. You shouldn't just have one main system for a very large area. You should have lots of boreholes and stuff so people can have their own water supplies, per village. And then you wouldn't have problems that affect so many people because it would be split up. Same for electricity as well, really.
Yeah.
They want to centralize everything, so you're reliant on the government, though, don't they? That's what that's for.
I see. And Baza says, I think the town has his best of laid pipes or something. But would that make it brown with asbestos? Surely that brown was like earth and shit. I mean, asbestos. Would it make it
if they got sewage or food going in there, then you could have anaerobic bacteria producing endotoxins. So it's not the bacteria, it's the endotoxins they make, because it doesn't matter how much you boil that water, those endotoxins will not go away. And that's why you end up with situations like that cruise ship, where you've got a lot of people poisoned because either the water or some of the food that a lot of people have eaten has got some sort of endotoxin in, and that can make people, can kill you. Endotoxin.
What, this you're talking about the hantavirus thing?
Yeah, what they claim. That would be straight up food poisoning, which can kill you.
I don't even think it's real, bro. The guy did a live on it. The guy did a video. He was also the same guy that acted and told everybody to take the vaccine for COVID. Yeah, I don't think it was real, that thing. I think it's another little psyop.
Well, they were definitely trying to make something of it, but it could just be a case, food poisoning. So
yeah, of course they are.
I mean, that happens on cruise ships quite a lot. Anywhere where you're confined and everyone's eating the same source of food. That's why the bridge crew have a different supply of food in case something happens.
And the water stored in tanks. The water stored in tanks. It's not, they're in tanks. You don't know what's in those tanks. I mean, rats and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
And the crew have separate water as well, just in case. Otherwise, if everyone got sick, you'd be dead, wouldn't you?
Yeah, and then people bring bottled water just in case, and then you've got microplastics.
What's wrong with black mold? That's how they make ascorbic acid. They culture black mold, and that's how they get it. So that's why it's not vitamin C, if there was such a thing called vitamin C, and that no one should be eating it. Just so you know.
Well, you think we shouldn't have vitamin C?
Well, it's a when the guy isolated.
What about natural vitamin C, like in oranges?
That's a compound. It's flavonoids and all sorts of things in there. It's not ascorbic acid as they claim.
No, I'm talking about in oranges, not like your vitamin C.
Oh no, there's definitely good things in oranges and that.
But you wouldn't say it's called vitamin C.
No, because if you look at it, it's like cartoons of atoms and stuff. There's like 14 different versions of vitamin C. It's like it's an elusive thing, put it that way. And it's supposed to be a compound, with the flavonoids and other things. It's not just ascorbic acid. But that's what they put in our flour, don't they, PJ? You can't buy flour without all the shit put in it.
That's true. And the thing is about flour and all that, if you keep it too long, you need to watch because you can get weevils and all that in it, can't you?
Oh, I haven't. I did hear about that from my grandparents, but I've never seen a weevil in flour.
Yeah, you can't get weevils in them. Yeah, I have never seen them myself, but I always heard of it, so I was always scared of it. Same as in rice as well. You can get things like weevils not in rice, flour. I don't know why, but yeah.
I've seen a vine weevil. Them little things you get in the greenhouse or on your windowsill.
Of course.
Little grey things. They're spooky looking.
Yeah, they're not nice. They're not nice looking. Anyway.
Related to her work as a citizen journalist. She claims multiple citizens made social media posts stating that they had personally been hospitalized or affected as a result of consuming the city's water.
I don't agree and don't think it's fair that the citizens pay for water they can't really use.
The lawsuit adds, speech about the safety of a community's drinking water is a
Trinidad, but it's got a Spartan now. What the hell has Trinidad got to do with Spartans?
essential matter of public concern entitled to the highest degree of First Amendment protection.
There's people saying that
that's what the water was like when I did that, when I ran it. It was like a yellowy color, a browny color, like that. Maybe not as dark as that, but I've had water run like that before, and I would not judge it.
Oh, so this is Trinidad is in the town in America rather than Trinidad and Tobago.
Must be. But why? Oh, right. Okay, yeah. I was joking anyway, but yeah, Trinidad. Yeah. Well, still, why is it got there?
It's like there's a lot of Manchester in the States, isn't there? There's a lot of there's probably Glasgow's and Edinburgh's as well, no doubt.
Yeah. Hey, Billy, what you call him? Billy Moore was in Coventry again today. You know, Billy Moore used to be a stuntman back in the 80s. He was a stuntman. He's from Liverpool. He used to be a stuntman for Sylvester Stallone and that in Rambo 2. And then he became an addict of crack and that. But he now does videos. He's quite a big YouTuber. And he comes to Coventry. He just visits all the towns and all that kind of thing in cities and see what goes on in the town centres and around the areas and that. And he was in Coventry again. So I might do a stream on that just so you can see. He even says in it that Coventry's classed as the third most violent place in Europe, city in Europe, probably per size for the same kind of
what
size.
Is that to do with immigration?
Immigration, yeah. It was an immigrant told them to get out of their town. He told them he's the Scouser. He's got more right to be in Coventry. I know it's two different cities, but he's more right to be in Coventry than any of those illegal immigrants. You know what I mean? They're telling him to get out.
Absolutely.
This is our city, or do you know where you're at? I haven't seen it, but I'll show you guys because he's a cool guy. I like him.
My claim to fame, PJ, is I was once in the same room as Denzel from Only Fools and Horses.
Nice. Harry, my mate Harry was with the king. My mate Harry was with the king the other day in tea party and that. As he says, obviously he's there because of his work and all that, not because he likes to do it. He's met all the bloody celebrities because of being at the King's thing. Andy won Pride of Britain as well, my mate Ari. But yeah, okay. I say to him every time you see the King, just say to him "Salam alaikum." But apparently, because he's got his garden business on. Someone's advised him to say like, but no in Buckingham Palace because he's got their own gardeners and that. See if you can shadow them for a day. They're professionals, not the King himself, but the gardeners, to see how they garden properly. So it's a possibility we could be actually watching shadowing the Buckingham Palace gardeners for a day or something. Possibility. It hasn't been confirmed yet. But if I see the King, I'll be salam alaikum and everything, man. Salam alaikum, King. You know what I mean? Praise Allah and all that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Defender of the faith, my asshole. Sorry, but my asshole. He's no defender of the faith. You know what I mean? Go on.
Yeah, and the guy who played Denzel, PJ, Paul Barber, he's from Toxteth.
Where's that?
That's Liverpool.
Oh, is that in Liverpool? An area in Liverpool?
Yeah, it's like Everton. It's an area there, like St Helens or something. I don't know where in Liverpool.
I've been to St Helens. I actually carol sung for charity in St Helens. Yeah, that's quite high up, St Helens. It's quite high up. My ears popped in St Helens. I'm sure it was St Helens. It's quite high up in elevation. My ears popped. Let me just check.
That's northwest, I think, based on this map.
Helens elevation. Because I remember my ears popping. I remember us going uphill and my ears popping. I'm sure it was St Helens. It could have been St Summit. Might have been St Anne's or something. I don't know. Let's just check.
Well, St Helens is in the south and on the way to Cheshire type, I think.
So it's 360 feet above sea level. That's quite high still. It's quite high, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm about 100 foot above sea level here.
Yeah, so 360, 250. It's quite high. Yeah, my ears popped. I remember my ears popping a little bit. A little pressure in my ears and they popped a little bit. Yeah. But I suppose if you're used to, because obviously I came from Scotland down, if there is such a way, down, but it's lower in elevation where I'm at in England than where I was in Scotland. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
I'll tell you what, PJ, Toxteth is where they built that beautiful new cathedral.
Oh, right. Okay.
They started at about turn of the century and they finished it in the 70s. And it was all done in the old way without hydraulics. It was all lift and ropes and stuff. And that's all hand carved and that. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. What's up about that?
That's why it took so long. That's how long it took to build those Etruscan type buildings, like the Capitol building in America. They claim it was built in a certain number of years, and it can't have been because it's massive.
Oh, yeah. There is. So the stories they tell us about these buildings, I don't think it's anything to do with Tartaria and all that shit. But the stories, oh, shit, 2 sets. Bollocks.
Okay.
Bollocks. I put something in there.
Stand by. Technical difficulties or something. You should definitely look it up if you find a documentary about them building the new Anglican Cathedral in Liverpool. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it wasn't burning, it was just smelling it.
Emergency over.
Yeah, well, I've just turned them over because I haven't eaten today. I fell asleep and I haven't eaten at all. So, yeah, I'm going to do it now, but as we go over to Rumble. Right. So, sorry, Baz said something I was going to read it. Saw worms in flour when I was a boy, but I don't think that's a thing so much anymore with all this fake food. I didn't know you could get worms in flour, but I do remember, I love grapes, but as a kid, I remember eating grapes out of a tray. You used to get them in a tray, like a polystyrene tray with cling film over the top. And I remember being like 4 or 5 year old, and my mom gave me her the grapes that she didn't eat in the tray. And I remember eating one and then spitting it straight out because in the tray, coming out of one of the grapes was a little worm. And it made me ill. For years, I didn't eat grapes afterwards. I will now. Well, not now, but when it's not on the meat diet. But, I've got no problem with grapes now. But for years, I will not eat them again. It's a chance you take with all fruit in it. Apples as well. You could have worms in it, possibly. Yeah.
They can't cook with the water, they can't bathe with it, they can't do laundry. A lot of them feel hushed and like they don't have a voice, and no one listens to them and no one takes them seriously.
The police chief has not responded to.
Try putting in earphones, Derek, see if that makes a difference.
A list of questions we sent over to him via email. He is listed as a defendant in this federal lawsuit. So is one of his officers, a city council member, and the city of Trinidad.
Yeah, you're right.
So you interviewed
the city, so it's not the city of Trinidad. It's Trinidad.
So it's not a seriously easygoing Trinidad, man.
Easygoing, like, you know, saying.
Mayor, police chief didn't want to talk to you. I'm curious what the mayor's attitude or take on the police chief's actions regarding Jennifer Combs'
Well, I asked
arrest.
him if. Yeah, I asked the mayor if he agrees with that arrest, and he really wouldn't take a side. He told me, in his words, he does not.
He wouldn't take a side. The mayor wouldn't take a side. If it's arrest that shouldn't be happening, then he should have took a side. But it just shows he's just as corrupt as the police, then, doesn't it? Naughty.
I think it's either Texas or Colorado, because there's a small area of California, and there's a district of the District of Columbia, like a smaller area. But the other two, I think, are those that are bigger cities. So it should be Texas or Colorado.
What do you mean they don't allow iPhone? Doesn't what? I know you get wireless, but doesn't? Do you know where you charge it? You can get headphones with that same connector, your Class C, and you put it into your charger on an iPhone, and it should still act as headphones. It's not like you don't get jacks in phone. You don't get 3.5mm jacks in phones anymore. But
they're probably making it difficult to find something compatible. You might buy it and then it just doesn't work at all. You know?
But it's a possibility that if you use a Class C headphones, it might work in your charger port. I don't know. I'm not sure. Like I say, I don't use iPhone. Vicky did. I didn't. In fact, I'm still paying for her bloody iPhone. Still bloody playing, but I need to cancel it. But the thing is, if I cancel it, I still got to do it because it's still in contract. I grudge paying anything for her now. Obviously, because I'm not with her, and she doesn't bloody deserve it. She took the piss.
Well, whatever's cheapest for you, PJ. But
well, yeah, I mean, I shouldn't have to pay it, but the thing is, it's still in contract. So even if I cancel it, I've still got something to pay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I am going to cancel it though, because I'm sick of seeing the bill come through, and I'm like, I don't even think she's using it. I think she changed her number because I blocked the number anyway. Because you know what I mean, she phoned me one day when I said
sometimes there's a cancellation fee in there, like they want you to keep going, so they're going to charge you a lump sum if you finish early, sort of.
Exactly. It'll probably just be the remainder of the device and whatever. I don't know. Anyway, let me grab these steaks out just in case. I'll keep this playing just in case they're burning.
Case has been turned over to the Henderson County District Attorney's Office for prosecution. I've reached out to the DA's office to see if they will give us any sort of comment, what they think about the case, but at this point in time, we have not heard back.
I'm sorry, are we still in the United States? You can't talk about problems in your city anymore, problems that not just you are noticing, but also other residents are noticing as well, claims that not even the mayor or government officials are even fighting back. Yet, just by talking about noticing it and spreading the word to other people, you can get arrested for it. What are we talking about here? This is only going to get worse once the digital ID comes. This is exactly.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, man. And it's getting implemented this year in the UK.
I'm going to say that's Texas then, because there's someone, her account there was called Southern Bell Watch or something. So.
Right.
What I was talking about, where if you talk outside the narrative or talk about things they don't like, they will shut your wallet off so you cannot buy or sell. It's going to get so much worse.
Found a hidden door in the house that we think leads to a basement. Disappointing.
Right. Okay. Just for Derek, just in case. Yeah, you can still use Class C earphones on iPhone, but it just depends on the model of your iPhone. iPhone 15 and 16, newer models. If your iPhone has Class C port, you can plug in USB Class C earphones directly. How it works, plug them in. Yeah, you can. Supported models include all iPhones 15 and 16. iPhones, no, sorry, 15.
Oh, why don't you come in and tell us, Roger? Sorry to hear that.
Oh, okay, you have a problem, but it ain't that. Okay, I'm just saying. It depends on the model, but it does say they still do it. Okay. You've got a problem, Roger. What? Oh, D-Man in the house. Coming in at the end there. How are you doing, man? D-Man?
I'm sorry, I hit the button. Can you hear me?
Coming in at the end there. How you doing, man?
And I'm sorry. I thought you guys just started up.
Nah. Well, I've got about 10 minutes of this video left. After that, I'm over to Rumble. Hey, you good?
Yeah, I'm doing good, guys. Just wanted to come in and say hello.
Good to see you. Roger says, no, it's Nevada. He says, I have a problem. Look, Roger, if you're gay, I'll forgive you, bro. I'll forgive you.
I'll still love you no matter what.
Absolutely. I mean, I won't like it, but I'll still love you.
Unless Toon is your lover, then it might change things.
That might change things.
Well, absolutely. That would change a lot. Right.
All God's children.
I think Roger's been cryptic on purpose.
No, Dad. He's always cryptic.
Or he's not free to chat, one of the two.
No, it's Nevada. What's Nevada? But it ain't that. No, it's Nevada. Oh, he's telling you that it's Nevada. That's where. What is that? What you're saying? Trinidad's in Nevada.
There's loads of them though.
Oh well, yeah.
Areas and districts and whatever.
Yeah. True.
No, Nevada's not in the South either though. She's called Southern Bell Watch, unless she moved from somewhere else, I suppose. Sounds like Texas to me. That's all.
Yeah.
Hey, are you done, honey?
What's going on here?
No.
Well, is there someone knocking from inside that door? If there is, it's been set up. Oh. Shut up.
I ain't going down there. Hell no. You can't pay me enough.
Not even $2,000.
I would go down there. What's wrong with you?
I might. All
You've
the
got a
spiders.
bloody torch. What's wrong? You're not going down in the pitch black.
Right there too.
Ugh.
Yeah, if you want me to go down
This
there.
thing's been closed down for so long.
Hey, storage department.
I remember
Maybe
as
I'll
a
make a
kid,
video.
I remember as a kid going into old buildings. They were all boarded up, old houses where there were stories of the guy, the postman. John Dot was his name. My dad knew him, but yeah, he was dead and he had one arm and all that. But his ghost was haunting that place because he was angry and all that stuff. And we used to go in there all the time. And it was pitch black, and the only thing we had to help us was a lighter or something like that, or a box of matches, because I didn't even smoke at the time we were kids. So it was a box of matches or a lighter. And you know, we used to love it. We used to scare the shit out of each other, but I wouldn't be scared to go in dark places. There's no ghosts about. If you're going to experience anything supernatural, it's got to be a demon. And demons can, could be at any place, anytime, anywhere, except inside you, if you're with the Lord. So I wouldn't be scared to go in dark places. You freak yourself out more than anything. All right, knocking song. Amendments.
It's probably just a part of a basement or something that they had in there, and then just to cover it
someone
up.
didn't want to deal with it, so they just thought we'll just screw this shut.
Yeah.
It is a bit of a strange decision, though, considering all the useful things you can do with the cellar. But anyway.
Well, true.
store things in the cool. It's handy, isn't it?
We don't get cellars as much here, do we? So I'd love a house like this that would have a cellar on that. That'd be great. That'd be a games room or a tools room or something.
Yeah, well, you have them in London where they're shorter space, or it's just more traditional. Like you have
they have underground stuff
or something.
But they're not as common. They're not as common as they are in the States, are they?
No, that's true. Yeah.
Well, it depends on where you are. Will determine if you have a basement or not, because at certain lower elevations, how close you are to sea level. I mean, you can go to Florida. They don't even, or Louisiana in the South, the American South, they don't even bury bodies in the ground. They bury them above the ground.
They bury them above?
Because of the water table.
Yeah, obviously. You could, right, okay. What does that mean? It can seep through into
like push it up out of the ground.
Right, yeah, of course.
Well, they do have issues with stuff getting collected in the ground, pockets of water, and some people have to line their basements with sheeting, don't they?
Yeah.
With damp, and you get mold, so you can either just leave it alone, or you have to go in there and strip all out and put a liner in, and that costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, yeah, it makes sense. I suppose you wouldn't build a basement under sea level, close to the sea, just in case,
Yeah. Just where depends on where the water table is. Up here, everybody pretty much has a basement, but it's because we're 500 feet above sea level, so it's not a problem. Ground's high.
500 feet. That's quite high.
Yeah, you have false tables. There's also where you got like pockets of clay and stuff where water collects, but it's not actually the water table. So you have to keep an eye on that as well. It's all clay around here. There's lots of water in the ground.
Yeah, where it doesn't have any absorption.
Yeah,
the clay. My friend lived on a plate on a chunk of land that was all clay with dirt on top of it. So it would rain and the water would go nowhere. So they had to put sewer systems in to drain all the water out. To drain the water off the streets. Otherwise, it just wouldn't absorb into anything. It's all clay.
Wow.
No absorption rate.
Right. Of course. I mean, clay's wet enough, isn't it? I mean, yeah. And it's quite dense, so yeah, it's not going to absorb much.
Yeah, you can put like a French drain in, like a pipe with slots in it, and then put sheeting over that. But still, because of the soil, it takes a long time to drain through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That video came from Misfit Toy 827, and I'm still waiting for an update as to what
QE's favorite Misfit Toy.
Yeah, that looked like the beginning.
That's what QE calls people on Discord are a bit stupid. Misfit Toys 2.0.
Oh, right. Okay.
A lot of those old buildings like that, they were made a certain way. They were built a certain way to have, a central stairway. Like, my school was that way. All the stairways were all off of the center. It came into the center of the school.
Yeah,
my school walked to the ends, and then at the ends of the buildings were all the up and down floor stairways. And, a lot of times,
the main stairway. Yeah.
A lot of times they take buildings like that, and they were intentionally built a certain way, and then at some point in time, 40, 50, 60 years later, they're renovated into a different way that it was not architecturally built. And that probably explains why there's a crawl space or a basement underneath a certain part of the house that they just like Paul was saying, like, oh, hell with it, we ain't got time to screw it, just put something over the front of it, and it's no big deal, no harm, no foul.
Yeah.
Of every horror movie ever. Just looking down that basement gave me the feeling that nothing good is going to be found down there.
Well, it would have scared me more if it was underwater. If I could see it, if there was water there and you could see the stuff underwater. For some reason, if it's covered in water, it's more creepy. I don't know why. And I'm not scared of water, but it looks more creepy if there's water down there.
Yeah, we used to go through abandoned buildings when we were way young too. We had a bus bonds. Yeah, we had a bus bonds. What we used to call the bus bonds, which was basically where they used to fix all the city buses. They would drive them through this place, and it had a big lift that lifted the bus up, or they would go in and then you went into a tunnel under where the bus was parked, so they could do maintenance to it and fix it and all that stuff. And man, it had 2 levels of stuff underneath it. Like it had the place where they fixed the buses, and then it had another level underneath that where they stored all kinds of stuff, tires and batteries and all, just everything you could think of. And it was just kind of similar creepy ass stuff like that. You couldn't see anything and it stunk like hell. And it,
if you go to an industrial factory or something like that, and it's partly submerged with pipes and taps and valves and all that under the water, it's creepy as hell.
You ever watch Proper People, the Proper People on YouTube?
No.
The Proper People does this. They go around to like these old warehouses and old malls and old military places that are just out in the middle of nowhere. They find them on Google Maps, and then they go out there and explore them.
I've seen people that go and build it. I didn't know of that one, but I do know even here in the UK, there's people who go back doing that, and they break into places and that as well. Abandoned building. They try not to break in. They try to find an opening, but if they have to, they will.
Yeah, look up a channel called The Proper People. PROPER People. It's really good channel. He goes around and finds all kinds of stuff, old power plants and underwater stuff. They found all the abandoned tunnels under New York City and stuff. And man, it was awesome. I love that kind of stuff. I don't like mines. No mines.
I think I found them. These guys, yeah.
Yeah, it's a great channel.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to sub to that. I'll put the link for people in. Have a look at that at some point. All right, at one point, they don't really need my sub, but I'll sub anyway.
It's a good. I like watching the videos because it's they go all over the place, all over the world, and find all these weird places.
That's great. I like that. I like seeing all the abandoned buildings. That's brilliant.
When I was a kid, we found a tank out in the woods when I was a kid. Way in a place that was nowhere near any military anything. It was just a tank parked in the woods. And I was like, we found a tank. Holy crap.
That's great, man. Yeah, I found an American Army Jeep down the bottom of a chalk pit about 50 feet below surface level. But that's in rural Suffolk, though, so I don't know what's doing there.
Nice one for that, Paul. I already found it, but nice one.
I mean, it must be like 70 miles from a U.S. Army base, so I suppose someone just junked it there,
Yeah, probably just, they put German stuff in Europe. I've seen videos for the last almost 20 years of them, some farmer guy's got a, mud pit in his back, and they go on the, what do you call it? It's got a fucking half track in his yard. It's like,
or a Schwimmwagen.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff. It's like, Europe is just
that's why they nicked it all after the war, like the Harley Davidson engine. That's German. Triumph engine, they're German. They just nicked them.
Oh, yeah, probably. It doesn't surprise me.
No, the actual Harley Davidson famous engine was designed by a German engineering company, and they just took it as war reparations.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Ford was the.
Was that called a panhead? Is that the one?
Flathead.
Flathead. Oh, that was a German invention. They nicked it.
Yeah, because before we figure Henry Ford didn't create the V8 in the United States until the 30s, when they brought the Flathead V8 to production. But before that, I mean, a V engine wasn't even, planes used radial engines. Inline engines wasn't really much of a thing. I mean, besides, 2 cylinders or something pre the 1920s. So, I mean, everything was a single cylinder. It's kind of strange when you 2-cycle engines was something that was more common, chainsaws and, stuff to cut stuff down, forestry equipment was all 2-cycle. Nobody used 4-cycle stuff.
Right.
2-stroke, I should say, not 2-cycle, but 2-stroke stuff.
2-stroke, yeah.
of every horror movie ever. Just looking down that basement gave me the feeling that nothing good is going to be found down there.
Hear another
Nothing
Missouri
bad,
story.
eh?
This story is going to take us to one of the creepiest places I think I've ever looked into, a place called Zombie Road. It's
Well,
located
it's
in
possible
Wildwood.
there could be bad in there, but in general, you know, there's nobody hiding in the dark in general, but there could be. There could be.
Outside of St. Louis, and the actual name of the road is Rock Hollow Trail. So its original name was the Lawler Ford Road. This road is said to be one of the most haunted roads, not just in Missouri, not just in America, but in the world. The road was first constructed just before the Civil War in 1860 and is allegedly built over one of the largest Native American burial grounds in the country. It's 2.3 miles long and has 13 bridges. I can't find anything specific about the bridges, like a specific story related to them, but there's got to be a significance.
Pretty cool bridges, though. I'd
So
like
if someone
to see
knows,
them.
tell me. The road won't fit a car and is only open for pedestrians and bicyclists. The road opens a half hour before sunrise and closes a half hour after sunset. And apparently has a pretty strict no trespassing rule after dark because there is a $1,000 fine if they catch you there after dark. The stories of what happens here are crazy. There's a million stories of ghosts of indigenous people, of Confederate soldiers, and of ghosts of children, industrial workers. It's also said to be absolutely full of shadow people. And a documentary called Children of the Grave, made in 2007 by the Booth brothers, supposedly caught footage of a shadow nest of children on camera. I think they're also the ones that supposedly caught this shot where you can see the shadow people in the trees. I'm not even sure I'm allowed to use that picture, so don't tell. People have also reported feelings of being watched, of odd noises, and even hearing
The
a
usual
woman
stuff, you
scream
mean.
in the middle of the day. One of the ghosts that is supposedly haunting this area is that of Della Hamilton McCulley, the wife of the
No,
judge
she's
who was hit
not.
by a train here in 1876.
No, she's not. She's not. She's not haunting nothing. If anything is haunted around there, if anything, anybody has seen anything, they're either nuts, making it up on drugs, or they've seen demons. You know, they're
Yeah.
not aliens and they're not ghosts.
People, you remember a few years ago? Well, it was like 3 or 4 years ago when people started doing videos about the Japanese suicide forest, where
Oh yeah,
they
yeah,
were
yeah.
saying that place was, was haunted by
People
this
hanging
one
and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what Logan Paul went and showed somebody hanging apart.
Yeah, and he got in big trouble for.
He did get in big trouble, actually. And he needs to do something like that again so he can be banned again because he's an ass. He wouldn't do that again. They wouldn't ban him now. He makes too much money for YouTube.
Yeah.
Some say she is the
And he's
reason.
in WWE and all that, and he's a wrestler now. And I think IShow Speed just called him out in something, and IShow Speed just was his tag team partner in wrestling a few weeks ago. So, yeah, called him out for something. I don't know. I'll have to watch it later.
It's not real
That
wrestling.
is on-
It's not
Well,
real wrestling.
No, of course it's not real.
I mean,
wrestling.
not like the
I mean,
wrestling.
they're
from
good
the 70s and
gymnasts.
80s.
They're good gymnasts, and they do get hurt a little bit, but they're not wrestling like your school wrestling. They're not wrestling like that. That's real wrestling.
Yeah.
You know? Or judo, I would describe as kind of a wrestling. I think judo, the martial art judo, is more of a wrestle. You know,
Sports
And
entertainment.
yeah.
Zombie Road earned its name because of the way she died, quote, with injuries so gruesome, the remains were like a zombie. And before Wildwood was Wildwood, it was Glencoe, a thriving resort community. But with the decline of railroad travel, the town also
Glencoe,
declined.
we got
So
Glencoe
along
in
the
the
road, there
in
are
Scotland.
many abandoned houses and old shacks. These buildings are said to be very active with spirits, like the ghost of an old woman who screams at people walking down the road. But of course, when they go look for whoever just yelled at them,
That's
there's
a
no one there.
banshee.
There's also the legend of the zombie killer. It says that somewhere in the 1950s, a crazed man escaped a mental hospital and disappeared somewhere down the road and began living.
Well,
in
if that is true, then he wasn't a zombie, was he? He was just a crazed man from an asylum. If that's true, he wasn't a zombie.
In the
One of the old
1980s,
shacks.
they dumped all
Listen-
kinds of people on the street. In the 80s,
Absolutely. And we had
closed all
video nasties in the 1980s. People were influenced by it. You know?
because they closed all the mental hospitals, and a lot
Yeah.
of the mental hospitals in the United States, they didn't have any place to put them, so they just
And-
dumped
and the
them out
same
in the
with-
street.
Yeah, it's like they done away with Borstal in the UK in the 80s as well, type of prison for young people. So yeah, they've done away with a lot of things in the 80s. Berlin Wall.
They had big crime
Video
skyrocket.
PJ's a bit random. He's going all over the place.
Well, yeah, he does. That's what he does. He shows things that are weird stuff. He titled it "Creepy Stuff." you know. But to start, he started off with the news thing, didn't he? So he does all sorts. He does conspiracy type stuff. But he's got this channel. This one's called Seconds of Horror. He's got one called Minutes of Horror, and he's got one called Hours of Horror, or something else of horror. He's got 3 all in all. But yeah, he tends to do that. He doesn't believe everything. He certainly sees a lot of truth and stuff. He certainly doesn't trust the government, stuff like that. I don't think he's a flat earther. He does talk about space stuff. I would say he'd be open to it, though, the way I hear him talking. But yeah, it just depends what video you grab of his. He tries to cover a lot of stuff.
It's only coming out to murder some teen couples or young lovers.
Right, so 31. I'll show you his channel. This is Seconds of Horror. This is his channel here. So he does all that kind of stuff. Creepy. This is when. How was this even possible? That's the one we're doing. So that's why I think he has different channels. There's certain things in this channel that suits this channel more, and probably more conspiracy stuff on these other channel.
Yeah, the unexplained.
Yeah. Seconds of. Is these other channels here down at the bottom?
Was that what's his name?
Charles.
Yeah, there was another one on the left. I don't know. You clicked on it. It looked like the guy from Top Gear.
Oh yeah, Jeremy Clarkson.
Yeah, James May. One of them looked like James.
Oh, James May. I don't know. I didn't see him. They look like James May. I was going by really quick, wasn't I?
Yeah, it like blinked for a millisecond.
Let's see.
Could be me. I don't know.
These other channels aren't there.
Oh, it's right there. Was the guy in the like checkered shirt in the left.
Yeah, there's no globe proofs, but there are plenty of globe puffs. So
yeah, absolutely. Does he have his other channels in here? No, but he has got. If you type in Minutes of Horror, he's in that. This is Seconds of Horror, Minutes of Horror, and I think Hours of Horror too. Let me just quickly look.
Return of the Horror, the Daughter of Horror.
Right. So that's the Seconds of Horror.
Midnight of the Horror.
There you go. Minutes of Horror. So yeah, it's got the same. It's just a different. Like there you go. But you even put stuff like woman who saw Trump. What? Strange videos that had me disturbed. We ignore this. Yeah, different type of stuff. Even though it might be the same people, it's just different kind of topics, I suppose.
There's all kinds of old world stuff, structures and old buildings. I mean, nowadays, a lot of the stuff in the United States is getting ripped up, but in the 90s, I went to a place called Cairo, Illinois. It's the very southern part of the state of Illinois. And it was like walking into the early 1900s. The buildings had been there so long, and everything is abandoned, everything. So it was, we went out at night and walked around, and it was creepy ass stuff, because it just, you could walk around and you realize there's nobody here. This is an entire town. There's nobody's here at all.
That's great. That is creepy. That's like liminal. That's like liminal. Liminal spaces.
It gave you the heebie-jeebies. It was
that I get that, especially with liminal spaces. There's nobody there. Like just something. Just can you imagine being in your old school at nighttime with no one there? That's creepy, isn't it? That's liminal. That type of stuff. It's very creepy. A shopping mall at nighttime with nobody in it. If you were just stuck in there in the dark, that'd be creepy. All these kind of things. Places where there should be people, but there's none.
Yeah.
That type of thing.
I like those videos that people show when they go to a certain point and like film or take a picture from a certain point, that they find an old picture and they overlay the old picture into the new one, and you can see people standing around and people waving or cars there, and then it fades out of the picture with the people and fades into what it looks like right now. I love those ones because it gives you a kind of like there was people here and look at it now.
And it's
that's
not right.
That was the feeling that I got going through that town. Like the whole northern part of the town was just dead empty. There's just nothing.
An uncanny feeling. Yeah.
only coming out to murder some teen couples or young lovers looking for a place to be alone. And after he died, continued to haunt the area as a serial killer zombie. There's also said to be dark occult rituals that have taken place in the area, and there have been a high number of eerie and odd accidents. So, my Missouri friends, have you taken a walk down Zombie Road? I want to know.
That great video came from Amber Bowden Vance, and it's just very interesting the history that almost all these roads in the United States have. One of the more haunted roads in the United States can also be found in New Jersey. A lot of people talk about Clifton Road, but also Pole's Tavern Circle in South Jersey has a lot of eerie history, to the point that people have said that they've been chased by a black car that keeps up with them no matter what. And they also hear a lot of strange and eerie noises inside their car. One day I'll do an entire video.
Yeah, woods. It does have creepy, strange noises. Yeah. And there may be someone chasing in a black car, but that's not paranormal. You know? That's not nothing ghost-like. It's just creepy. You creep yourself out with noises and stuff. Certainly do. And if there is anything supernatural going on, it would be demonic, you know?
Does sound like an episode of Supernatural, actually.
Yeah.
But they got their ideas from, just basic lore, didn't they?
Of course. Some Bible, some scripture, some lore, absolutely. Myth.
On Pole's Tavern Circle, it's a very eerie highway.
I think he'll pick up that sound. Yeah.
In 2020, a group of hunters that go by the name Stuck in a Rut caught something on camera while hunting in a remote area of Idaho that to this day they cannot explain. Now, it should be noted that their first instinct was to believe that this was just wolves. However, many viewers have since speculated that this could be something else entirely. Take a look.
I think he'll pick up that sound. Yeah.
Sounds like a load of wolves to me. Man. Yeah, because there's even bark in there. Sounds like wolves.
Now, since this video has taken new virality, many people have likened these
animals that make strange noises that does sound ghost-like. It does sound strange. Look, when you hear a cat at nighttime, it sometimes sounds like a baby dying or something. I remember my dad when he was younger hearing cats outside. Oh, it might have been our own cat. I can't remember. Making strange noises and running to my little sister in her crib because he thought it was her. So even cats make strange noises.
Foxes?
Sorry?
Foxes make strange noises, and even worse than that, deers.
Yeah, definitely.
They scream sort of like cool in the night, don't they?
Weird noises. Very weird noises. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, your senses are heightened when you're in the woods. You gotta, especially if you don't spend a lot of time in the woods. Your sentences are heightened because it's so damn quiet and it's night. You're in a tent and you're sleeping. Yeah, your senses are high because you can't see.
I've been in situations where I feel like someone's going to run up behind me and do something, and I've quickly turned around because it felt like they were there, and there's no one there. It was your own heightened sense. Like you said, your own heightened senses. Absolutely.
Your mind can play a lot of tricks on you.
Definitely.
Noises to be.
I mean, there's plenty of times you feel that you're being watched. I mean, that could be demonic, or it's just a feeling. There's a little bit. They could be demonic, or it could be just a feeling because you're freaking yourself out.
Hey PJ, what Derek just posted to make me think of that episode of Father Ted when there's speakers in the tree.
Yeah, they do that in certain woods as well to scare people off.
Yeah.
Like they did it in Vietnam for was it Vietnam for soldiers? It might not be in Vietnam, it might be in Korea or something. Where it's some kind of woods they put out ghostly type noises.
Yeah, they play animal sounds and stuff like that. Try to get you.
Yeah. That's supposed to
do your sleep deprivation. They were trying to make it so they couldn't sleep.
Right. That's a possibility. That's a possibility too. I did think of that actually.
Even going as far as comparing the sound waves of each noise. Now, regardless if this was Bigfoot or not, it would be terrifying hearing this in the woods. But let me know, what do you think?
There are still
But they don't seem terrified. The dude's smiling.
People that are very adamant that what these individuals are
Mind
hearing
you, it
are
is the
just
daytime.
wolves. Heard wolves myself all my life being in New Jersey. Never really heard them quite like this, but I mean, I could be wrong. Now, I'm not saying it's Bigfoot, but it's just a reason you wouldn't catch me in those woods.
Let this be a reminder: if someone in the woods asks you the same question more than once, you probably shouldn't answer it. So back in 2016, a 25-year-old Wall Street banker named Matt decided to go on a solo camping trip near Mount Rainier in Washington. His first night out, everything felt normal. He found a quiet clearing, set up his tent, lit a small fire, had some dinner, and went to bed. Now, sometime in the middle of the night, around midnight, he wakes up and there's movement outside of his tent. He originally thinks that it's maybe just an animal, but the sound is way too deliberate, almost like the pitter-patter of human feet. So he slowly reaches over and barely cracks open his tent zipper, and he freezes. There is a man sitting right in front of his fire pit, staring into the fire. And he's just sitting there, staring into the dying embers. And then, like, as if he felt Matt watching him, the man slowly looks up. They lock eyes, and the man's eyes immediately widen as big as sand dollars, like he's been caught doing something that he knows he shouldn't have been. And without saying a single word, he stands up and sprints off right back out into the woods. Matt immediately jumps out of his tent, shines his flashlight into the trees, but there's nothing and there's no one there. There are no footsteps, no sound, just absolute silence. So the next morning, he packs up and hikes deeper
No,
into
what's scarier than noise is absolute silence. That's scarier than any noises, I think. Absolute silence sometimes. I mean, there was this video of a dude, he was out, I don't know, just on the outskirts of the woods, and it was getting late, I think. And there was no noise whatsoever. Like, there was no noise, no cricket noises, no animal kind of noises. There was a noise of him talking, but then all of a sudden there was a load of noise, and then it stopped again. There was absolutely still. Whether it was a fake video or what, I don't know, but it was very creepy.
When I first moved here, because I have two places. I have a place down in the southern part of the state, and I have a place in the northern part of the state. The southern part of the state is just like living anywhere. It's I wouldn't say rural. It's
suburbs.
Suburbia. Yeah, you can say suburbia. Go north. Go to the place up north, which is 4 hours north of here, 3 3/4 hours. That's rural, meaning like for you to go to the next, to hit a McDonald's or a Walmart or what do you call it? I have to drive to the highway because that's where they build them, on the side of the highway, because it's they're not going to build it in the middle of a town that's got 200 people in it. It's just not going to happen. So they build them on the side of the highway so the trucks can get in and out fast. And when I first moved up there, I couldn't sleep. And I was having big time trouble sleeping because at night there was no noise.
Yeah.
And, living in the city, living next to an airport almost all my life, an international airport, where it was just constant noise, constant sirens, constant planes, constant, screaming, cars driving by, people laugh, just everything, fire engines, you name it, every noise you heard 24/7. I could sleep like a baby, even the noise. But as soon as I got out of it, I couldn't sleep. My ears rang and rang and rang. That's all I heard all the time.
Definitely. When there's silence, all you hear is like a buzzing or a ringing. I mean, that's the only thing you hear. And it is
I could not sleep. Took 2 weeks.
It's deafening.
Yeah. 2 weeks is what it took before my hearing actually, my ears stopped ringing. And then
or you're acclimatized to the situation.
Man.
Yeah, I've had that before. Remember sleeping in someone's it was in Scotland as well. I was coming back from England being in rehab, and we was going back up to Scotland for something, and we drove up, and then we stopped in Perth, which is South Scotland. I'm from the northeast. This was South Scotland, not far over the borders. And it was a farmhouse, and I remember trying to sleep at night, and it was so hard because it was really, really silent, no noises at all. And once everybody went to bed, there was no noises. It's so bad, and it was pitch black when the curtains were shut because it was inland, and behind trees and stuff. So silent.
forest, and over the next 2 days, he covers around 15 miles before setting up camp again in another clearing. That night, he's sitting by his fire when he hears something just behind him in the tree line. And it was the slow steps and the sound of leaves crunching. Then a voice from the darkness quietly says, "Do you know how to get to Bell's Canyon?" And Matt's heart drops. And he can't see anyone, but he knows it's the same guy. He just feels it. And he's trying to keep his voice steady and keep his composure. And he says, "No, I don't. I have no idea where that is." And then there's just silence from the man. Then the voice again gets a little closer this time, and it's a little more sharper. And he says, "Do you know how to get to Bell's Canyon?" A little bit more forcefully. Matt grabs his flashlight and he swings it toward the trees. And there, half hidden behind one of the same trees, is this man, the same man, watching him. And he's not moving. And then again, from somewhere else, closer than before, he hears it again. "Do you know how to get to Bell's Canyon?" And Matt jerks the light around, and now the guy is just a few feet away from him. Way too close for comfort. Way too close. So the man's eyes go wide again, and he bolts back off into the woods, and he takes off. Disappears once again. Matt doesn't sleep at all that night. He stands there with his knife until exhaustion, and he finally wins, and finally around 3 a.m., he crashes. The sun rises, he packs up everything, and he starts heading back towards his car. He's like, "I'm not staying, screw this." And he's practically running the whole way. But that night, he doesn't make it in time, and he has to camp out again. And this time, he doesn't even bother with the fire. And it's sometime during the middle of the night, he wakes up yet again to footsteps circling his tent. And they were slow, careful, just walking around him, the same ones from the night before. And it was all night long. Matt grabs his knife, not daring to move, not daring to breathe too loud or make a sound. Then, just before sunrise, like clockwork, the footsteps stop. And whatever was out there runs off again. And at first light, Matt gets out, packs up, and he
could be
takes
animals.
off again, right? But once again, he runs out. He has to set up camp again, and he's exhausted, terrified, and he's trying to make it until morning. But he can't.
It's anecdotal.
And
so
as he
don't know.
lays there, staring into the dark, he hears it again. From somewhere deep in the trees, the same voice. "Do you know how to get to Bell's Canyon?" And then something starts sprinting past his campsite, back and forth, over and over again. And there, whoever this guy is, he's making these inhuman animal-like noises, like he's playing this game with Matt, and he's just waiting. So the second the sun comes up, Matt again doesn't hesitate, packs up, and he takes off, and he's sprinting towards his car. He does not stop until he reaches his car finally, and when he does, he gets inside, locks the doors, and just breaks down. He starts crying tears of relief, because somehow, over the course of 3 days, this man followed him for over 30 miles through dense forest with no gear, no light, no sound. And the only thing that he ever...
That video came from Mikey Grimm 13, and I heard a story like this a long time ago, but this is just another reason why I avoid solo camping. But I just feel like I've heard way too many nightmare stories, especially when it comes to being in the woods by yourself.
I mean, that's true. You don't know who's hiding in the woods. I mean, I dare say there is plenty of people, and it depends on what woods it is. I mean, woods are big places sometimes. So, yeah, I mean, you're probably safe in probably a majority of it, but there is going to be dangerous parts and dangerous people in them. 100%. Bound to be. People off grid, that kind of thing. Don't want to be seen. Yeah.
Yeah, it's happened. It happens. I mean, some people fuck with people, you know.
Of course.
Kids go out and fuck with people at night too. I've seen that happen.
Of course they do. Of course they do.
I mean,
right. Sorry, cut him.
No, I was just gonna say I've done it. You know, I've done it myself when I was a kid. So good to see you guys.
Let's head over Rumble then. Are you coming with us? Or are you?
I'm gonna go eat, and I'll probably be watching. I'll be on the Rumble side watching.
All right, bro. Bless you, man. I'll
Good to
put
see
the
you,
Rumble
CJ.
link in.
Good to see you, Paul.
Nice one, dude. Always a pleasure, man. You're always welcome.
See you on the street.
Yep. Good evening.
There's the Rumble there. And I'll put the Rumble link in the private chat. He's already gone, but it's in private chat anyway. You see you putting Father Ted links and stuff in.
Yeah, that's such a funny episode. You remember that's the one when he's trying to get the sheep to win the competition, but he's scared by the beast of Craggy Island. And that's really funny how what it turns out to be. But they're all good episodes, but that one's especially funny.
Absolutely.
One
Right, so this is
what party, PJ?
Say again. I've never watched them. I've never played them. Yeah, no, I've never played them.
Oh, it's wonderful. All the Americans, I'm not sure if they would have seen Father Ted. They would have heard like people like Nathan and Adam refer to it. But
drink.
That's just it's an amazing. If there's 3-4 seasons, I can't remember, but they're all good. And the people who made that also made Black Books. If you remember that with Bill Bailey.
Yeah, I do, but I didn't watch it.
That's very good as well. It's worth watching, PJ, considering how bad modern TV is.
Oh yeah,
those series are worth watching, really.
Yeah. I mean, like I say, I could go back to that at some point, something like that. We're still getting through Red Dwarf and stuff as well. Now and again. That's kind of like after, if I stay on, like if I do what I've got to do, like to say tonight I do Cobra Kai and then the film. If I decide to stay on, we watch things like Red Dwarf, whatever comes up. But yeah, it's a good idea. Like you mentioned hello the other week, and I was thinking about doing that at some point as well. Hello. So this is Harry Mark reacting to someone else's freestyle.
Sean Phillips says, "What up, Harry? Have been following your success since the early days, and over that course of time, I've started freestyling myself. I drive a lot for work and freestyle in the whip to help pass time. Thought I'd share a quick one with you." All right, amazing. Here comes Sean Phillips off the dome in the car.
Okay, yeah. I'm coming through with the bomb raps, live on the Flow State podcast. While I'm driving in my pickup truck, thought in my head, I don't give a fuck. Nah, cause I'm just living in the moment. Every single day, really know I have to own it. So I'm out here just doing my thing. You know that I'ma shine bright like a diamond on the ring. Yeah, and I'ma keep moving thoroughly. Yeah, I know a lot of people heard of me, but not enough yet. I want worldwide success, and you know that it will come with every breath I expel from my lungs. You know that I'ma do it right every single day, getting sprung, until I'm higher than the clouds. Gotta do it now, man. I'm puffing on the loud. Yeah, I'm getting high up in the spot. Weed up in the blunt, yeah, I'm smoking on the pot. But you know that ain't something every day. I only do it when I lose it in a creative way. Yeah, until then.
Hey, hell yeah. Shout out to Sean Phillips. Yo, that was dope. Shout out to Sean Phillips. That was sick. Also, just very relatable. The shift in the way that weed is rapped about as we go through different seasons of life, always kind of funny to me, and just super relatable. Because like when I was young, it was just like I would rap about weed like so much of the time. Like that was so much of the material, which is like, and I hit the blunt and I hit the bubble. Like it was just like on and on and on, and naming the strains. And there's so much material, like, because cannabis is a universe, all the different strains, all the different devices you can smoke through it, all the just on and on and on. That's why, like, Snoop Dogg and Currency and artists like this, like, are still pulling out new references. Like, you would think everything's been used up, but no, there's still more to say about weed. And so, like, yeah, when I was young, it was all that. And then I remember like going through my different chapters with it, and it was just cool to me to hear him say like, but I don't do that every day, only when I can use it in a creative way. Like I was also said bars like that for a phase too, when I was like trying to figure out my relationship to it. And now it's like, I rap about how I basically don't use it. So yeah, it's that's really cool to hear.
Anyway, Rumble. I didn't hear any of that, right? But there we go, Rumble. Let's get over there. Right, Gadgies. If you're not joining us in Rumble, I will see you.
Yeah, I'll say good night now, PJ, because it's getting a bit late and I want to get up. So.
All right, bro. Talk to you in a bit. Thanks for coming, Bob. Bless you, man.
You're welcome. That was fun as usual. See you again.
See you again, man. God bless, dude. So, yeah, if you're not joining us in Rumble, I'll see you on Tuesday, but it'll be Tuesday night, fight night. Hopefully, we can get the Usyk fight, because apparently it's pretty controversial. Hopefully, we can get it. It wasn't a Netflix fight, so we should be able to get it, but this is hopefully. So, we'll try and do the Usyk fight sort of thing. But that's Tuesday night. I'm painting my mum's during the daytime, so I won't be having an afternoon stream, but Tuesday night I'll be having. Apart from that, I'll see you on Flats tomorrow. If Flats is on tomorrow. Don't know if he is. I know he was with his family at the end of this week, but not too sure. What day is it? I mean, they might even decide to stream. I don't know, but that's not a promise. I'm just saying it's a possibility. But if not, I will see you on Tuesday night, and the rest of you guys, I will see you over in Rumble. There's the Rumble link there, guys. See you in a wee bit. It's been a pleasure. Here the sunset's free. It's free. Indeed. Ta-ta. See you in a little bit. See you in Rumble.